Hello, all guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to the newest episode of the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast, brought to you on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Austin. I'm a knockout. Watched a lot of wrestling.
I'm David. I'm a noob. Haven't watched nearly as much wrestling, but on this day, I can see clearly that I swear to God, I have a perfectly alive and healthy father. Please, Christian, leave me alone.
Yeah, so we picked this episode because as of this day of recording, we're a couple days away from Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage, the father of the year, according to Nigel McGuinness. Yeah, and an I Quit match in Toronto. It's going to be this whole big thing. And I was like, fuck it. I've always wanted to do the episode of Smackdown with the first Brood promo, and that vaguely ties into that. So
hell yeah,
so
brother.
Let's do it. So
what better excuse than AEW about to do a blow-off match several decades in the making for these two guys, and us putting out this episode the week after that match. That makes perfect sense to me. Let's fucking go.
Listen, I changed our calendar for skit rotation for very few reasons.
It's true. This is memes aside. I mean, this fucking I Quit match we're about to get is crazy. Like, we're actually this is like out of kayfabe. This is one of the very wholesome, happy endings in wrestling where Adam Copeland gets to go retire with his best friend, and they get to have a crazy fucking match that has a whole lot of fucking heat behind it, and everyone's hyped for it. This is actually really cute and wholesome, so I do appreciate getting to commemorate that in some way.
Yeah, so we're heading on back to 1999.
No.
It is a time in the WWF where WWE is quickly becoming the superior. I mean, WCW is losing steam and losing badly at this point.
Oh no. Eric Bischoff is officially run out of cool NWO ideas, and it's all downhill from here, brother.
Yeah, we've passed the finger poke of doom. We've passed Uncensored 99 over on the WCW side, that's like the tent pole for oh fuck, everything is coming apart now.
Yeah.
And to the point where WCW is very desperately going to hire Vince Russo in about 6 months to try to turn it around. And Eric Bischoff is more interested in Hollywood at this point. He's ready to get off the sinking ship a little bit. So it's not going great over internally.
I'm sure that part of his career worked out great for him.
It did not. Let me just go ahead and stop you. It didn't.
It did not.
Meanwhile, WWE just had an extremely successful WrestleMania 15 headlined by The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, the first time they would main event Mania. That Mania sucks ass, just like every other WrestleMania in the Attitude Era sucks ass.
Isn't there one WrestleMania? Isn't WrestleMania X7 considered a fucking classic? I guess.
Yeah, it's also considered the end of the Attitude Era. How about that?
Oh, that's fair enough.
But WrestleMania 13 sucks. WrestleMania 14 sucks. WrestleMania 15 sucks. WrestleMania 2000 sucks. And then X7 is amazing. There we go.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about WrestleMania 2000.
No, WrestleMania 2000. If you want an idea of how dumb it is, it has only one singles match, a cat fight between Sable and the Cat, with special guest referee Val Venus. That is the only singles match on the entire show.
How does that work?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Okay, fair enough. In fact,
No, WrestleMania 15. 1999 is going crazy, and even if it's not a good show, they are making bank. All right, so how about that? Joke's on you, really. So this episode of SmackDown takes place the week after the next pay-per-view, Backlash, the very first Backlash, by the way.
Oh, good.
So
good. Begins. The very first Backlash after a shitty WrestleMania. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, so let's cover the card and the storylines that led into Backlash and how that carried forward onto the Raw after Backlash. The first match of Backlash actually covers a lot of what we came here for. The Ministry of Darkness versus the Brood. Because basically, so listen, a significant number of storylines going into Backlash tie into the Ministry and the Corporation. And so
really?
I will be covering those storylines as we go. Point being,
Corporate Ministry is still coming down the pike then?
We haven't got the Corporate Ministry yet. Right now it's still the Ministry and the Corporation. So coming out of WrestleMania 15, and I will talk more about this in a different segment, Vince McMahon has now I'll talk about Vince later. The Undertaker is obsessed. The Undertaker has his weird murder cult, the Ministry of Darkness, which is also way pervier than I ever knew. Like, dude is constantly accosting women in this fucking gimmick. Like, he sacrifices Ryan Shamrock, the kayfabe sister of Ken Shamrock. More on that later, because that ties into Backlash. And he is obsessed with having Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that this leads into the fucking kidnapping and attempt at forced murder plot against Stephanie. So it makes sense that he's kind of a skeeve, actually.
And he keeps interrupting and threatening other women's matches and only women's matches and being like, I will stop this if you give me Stephanie, Vince.
Brother. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm learning the Ministry of Darkness had way more rapey vibes than I thought they had.
I will say, it is weird to think of Undertaker as a sex pest. Puppies, JR.
Puppies. Show your tits.
Oh, no. Okay, anyway.
But anyway, on the Raw after Mania, they make an attempt at kidnapping Stephanie. They don't end up succeeding because basically they spend Ken Shamrock, who is in the corporation, spends the night trying to, Vince has his goons trying to like suss out where Stephanie is. They know Stephanie's missing, but they don't know where she is. And eventually Ken Shamrock tortures Christian long enough to get Christian to reveal that Stephanie is in the basement right now.
Okay.
And so like the corporation goes and saves Stephanie. Stephanie has been saved, but the Undertaker decides that Christian must be punished for betraying the ministry like that and giving up the information. So the Undertaker has Christian chained up and whipped while everyone in the ministry watches him do it. And he demands that the Brood turn on Christian for being a traitor. The Brood decide to quit the ministry instead in solidarity with Christian. So now the Brood is broken away from the ministry, and they had a match at Backlash.
Okay, I gotcha.
And that match ended when through some shenanigans Viscera came out. He's in the Ministry of Darkness as well. The former Mabel and the future Big Daddy V. Viscera. Viscera came out and attacked Christian, caused a whole bunch of interference-y bullshit. And then Bradshaw, the future JBL, he's part of the Acolytes right now.
Hey.
I guess I should cover that the Ministry of Darkness at this point is Undertaker, Paul Bearer, the Acolytes, JBL and Farouk, Midian, and Viscera are the Ministry.
Kane not debuted yet?
Kane was never in the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, but Paul Bearer's there.
Yeah, but we're at a point in time where Kane is not involved in Undertaker shit. So Kane
Paul Bearer's just like oh, no hard feelings, my Undertaker.
Yeah, Paul and Taker are at a good place right now.
Okay, well I'm glad they could make up after Paul Bearer attempted to get Undertaker killed multiple times. Let bygones be bygones and all that.
But whatever. Bradshaw hits the clothesline from hell and wins the match for the Ministry. Then the second match on the show was Al Snow with Head versus Hardcore Holly. That's Bob Holly with Hardcore in front of his name. In a hardcore match for the Hardcore Championship.
Wow.
By this point, the WWE has the Hardcore Championship as a mid-card belt within the company. It's what it sounds like it is. This is before they get the gimmick of every match this is before they add the gimmick of the 24/7 rules to the Hardcore Championship that will make it more famous. Now
it's
this
so
is just
crazy that the Hardcore Championship was effectively a prototype for the 24/7 Championship.
It was the original 24/7 Rules Championship. And for now, though, it's just like a belt to do hardcore shit matches with, right? Al Snow and Hardcore Holly have been feuding for several months. They famously had a match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre that ended in the Mississippi River. For the title.
Okay. That sounds great, actually.
It kind of is. But they've just been fighting for forever. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, was actually involved in this angle for a while. But he got injured, so he can't wrestle this match. Whoopity-doo.
This is pre-Brawl for All?
No, this is post.
Oh my god. Ripperoni.
This was the rehabilitation effort. This was the rehab of Dr. Death, and then he got injured.
He got his ass injured. Oh no.
Yeah, so it ends when Al Snow pins Hardcore Holly, but later they do a promo where because Snow hit Holly with Head, and then he pinned Hardcore Holly. And they did a backstage promo later where Head is arguing with Al Snow that Head was the one who was covering Hardcore Holly. So really, if anyone is the Hardcore champion, it's Head.
Give me Head versus Al Snow for the Hardcore Championship.
Yeah, okay. Officially, Al Snow is the Hardcore champion, but we coulda had that.
All I'm saying is fucking we could have had who's the DDT wrestling sex doll?
Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. I do know who you mean, but I'm blanking on the name.
Yoshihiko.
Yoshihiko, that's right.
Yoshihiko. We could have had a proto Yoshihiko thing going on with Al Snow putting over Head for the Hardcore Championship.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I think it'd be great.
Yep. For sure. Then, by the way, the Ministry, then the Brood don't do anything of the Raw after Mania, Raw after Backlash, because the Ministry is busy with a different thing. I'll talk about that later. And then Al Snow and Hardcore Holly were not really on the show at all. I think they brawled in the back once, just to be like, this ain't over, but nothing significant that I need to talk about.
Sure, fair enough.
Then for the Intercontinental Championship, it's The Godfather versus Goldust.
So, no.
Right now, Goldust is just palling around with the Blue Meanie. The Blue Meanie was in ECW. Yeah, ECW, part of the Blue World Order. And, he was the parody of Scott Hall, in the group.
Yeah.
Bad guy, the Blue Meanie. Now he's in the WWF, and he's just weirdly psychosexual as Goldust, but he's blue. That's how they decided to work with that.
I mean, Goldust is gold and Blue Meanie is blue. We got a consistent
his gimmick is just I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die.
I assume Vince did not actually get that for his theme song.
No, but that's what it feels like his gimmick is.
Lame. Fucking cowards. Vince, you penny-pinching bastard.
So, Goldust had an IC title match. He was the IC champion against the Big Boss Man, right? And then the Godfather came out, and he's like, Big Boss Man, I'm going to offer you my hose if you give me your IC title match. The Big Boss Man said, abso-fucking-lutely. And then the Godfather beat Goldust for the IC title. So this is, a rematch of that.
I see Big Boss Man is back to accepting bribes. All that goody two shoes shit he did in the classic era. Fuck it. Get it out of here.
Yeah, so the match. Godfather wins. He retains the belt. And then on Raw, he was going to have a non-title match against Jeff Jarrett, and then Jeff Jarrett bitched about it being a non-title match. And he's like, make it I put your belt on the line. Godfather said, okay. And then Godfather retained because there was a bunch of shenanigans with Deborah McMichael, who is Jeff Jarrett's manager at this point, and Val Venus and Nicole Bass. That's a whole thing I'm not getting into. I'm not getting into that storyline unless it comes up on SmackDown in the back half. Point being, Godfather is still the IC champion, is the point to be made here.
Okay, that's a choice.
Then on Backlash, we had a tag team number one contenders match between the New Age Outlaws and Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett. If you're curious, the current tag champs are Kane and X-Pac. Yeah, Kane, they're really selling that, this Kane, X-Pac is the one friend that Kane has had, first friend that Kane has had who has never betrayed him. What a bad omen, because I know that X-Pac will betray Kane. So that's unfortunate. Really,
if you look at Kane's career, it really is. There is a certain sadness to it. If he just keeps trying to make new friends in these tag teams, and then they always turn on him. Oh no, the poor guy. He's just a poor little guy. He just wants some friends.
Yeah. So they're the tag champs. And this is the number one contenders match. The New Age Outlaws are the New Age Outlaws. More on DX broadly in a future match on this pay-per-view. And then Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart are just bros being dudes. Like, that's just it. They wanted to run an angle where Owen Hart is trying to steal Deborah away from Jeff. But Owen Hart was like, I'm a married man, and even in storyline, I'm not going to cheat on my wife. I'm not doing it. So now there's just they're just a team, and it feels so tragic knowing that we are a month away from the end.
Oh, fuck.
The next pay-per-view is Over the Edge. 99.
Oh shit! So wait, fucking. So do they already have Owen Hart doing the fucking superhero gimmick right now on the side?
I had to look this up, but yes, but not always. Like, he has apparently brought back the blue blazer, but it's not his full-time only gimmick. And I thought that made no sense to me. That felt weird to me personally, but all right.
That's so weird because I know they brought back the blue blazer because SmackDown is blue and they're debuting SmackDown, and and they're like, this is what you get, Owen. You don't have momentum right now, so we're making you do your shitty comedy gimmick. And but I didn't realize it wasn't full time. That's so fucking weird. Okay.
Maybe it will be in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, they might push it to full time once SmackDown debuts.
But right now it's not. He has just been Owen Hart. You know,
that's fair.
The Outlaws win the match and are the number 1 contenders. And in fact, on Raw they announced that Kane and X-Pac versus the Outlaws will happen on SmackDown. So we know that's the one match we know is happening on SmackDown going into the show.
Okay.
Owen and Jeff, not really doing anything right now. You know.
Yeah. Well, again, they're about to tell Owen you got to do blue blazer shit, so we probably aren't trying to build all that much between him and Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I know that at Over the Edge, the planned match was Owen Hart versus the Godfather for the IC title. So I can assume that is where the direction they're gonna push this. But
yeah,
for now,
which then I mean, like, I guess then there's a logical through line, right? If Godfather just beat Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Owen's there to like avenge his friend.
And there was because the next also because Jeff Jarrett's next pay-per-view match is a mixed tag between him and Deborah versus Val Venus and Nicole Bass. And I did mention that there was a bunch of shenanigans in the Godfather Jeff Jarrett match that involved them as well.
Okay.
So there we go. That is how the logical through lines of where we're going.
Okay. All right. Oh shit. There is a logic. Though this be madness, yet there's method in it, etc., etc.
Then we had a boiler room brawl between Mankind and the Big Show. The match is whatever. Like it has no real story to it. Actually, it's just a rematch from Mania to be a rematch from Mania. Like they don't really interact. Mankind and Big Show don't really interact in the weeks between WrestleMania and Backlash. Big Show is just like, I am, Mr. McMahon promised me the world when he brought me into the Fed, and then he didn't give me, and then he left me high and dry, and I'm pissed off about it. My
man's like, I've held the fucking WCW World Championship. What the shit?
Yeah, after the match, Boss Man and Tess, as part of the corporation, attacked Mankind, and then so Big Show made the save, and that leads to a match on Raw that I'll talk more about when we talk about the corporation. But other than that, they just have a hardcore boiler room brawl match which the goal of a boiler room brawl is to get out of the boiler room. That's the goal of the match. It's considered. It's considered a specialty of Mankind specifically.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's where in kayfabe Mankind hangs out. Is this in the boiler room talking to rats?
It's his domain.
So, it's his domain. Yeah.
Oh my god. That does sound like the type of thing that Mick Foley could make fun, or at least fun enough. But yeah, it is fucking funny. That is just already the very first Backlash, we're just doing shitty, like, no reason to exist rematches from Mania. Outstanding.
Yeah, like they fought at Mania to determine who was the special referee in the main event. It was actually a big storyline deal. And then
that's a weird stipulation.
Well, the idea was that Mankind was a longtime rival of The Rock, and the Big Show is in the pocket of Mr. McMahon. So it's like, it's very much a like who's the idea is that the one or the other would be favored in the Austin Rock match, depending on who won the special ref stip.
But Big Show just turned on
in the aftermath of Mania, Big Show was like, fuck this.
Okay.
Then we had Triple H versus X-Pac. Because at WrestleMania 15, Triple H betrayed DX to help Shane McMahon beat X-Pac to win the European title. And Triple H is now in the corporation, and DX is dead because Triple H and China are in DX, are in the corporation now. And if you were hoping,
China's in the corporation? Fuck.
Yeah, Triple H and China are now in the corporation. And if you were hoping that Triple H would give an explanation for why he did that, I've followed 5 weeks of Raw, and the answer is he does not say why. He is just in the corporation now. He does not explain why he made that choice.
We're just here now. Fuck you.
Fuck you. But X-Pac is pissed. He's like, dude, I only came back to the WWF for you to help DX, man. Like, and now you betray us? Fuck you, man. The Outlaws don't seem to care nearly as much as X-Pac does. They've mostly been doing their thing in the tag division. They're not caring
they're just like,
about it.
Yeah, poor X-Pac. He's just a little guy who just wants his buddies, so he's all hurt. And then New Age Outlaws are they're just doing their own. That sounds right. The Billy Gunn and Jesse James being off in their own little fucking world.
Yeah, this is they're whatever to him for that.
Whatever.
But they have the match. There's a whole lot of shenanigans. China interferes. Kane interferes. But in the end, Triple H wins and beats X-Pac, even though X-Pac gets to do the Bronco Buster on both Triple H and China. Like, that's the big hero moment, but then LOL, Triple H wins anyway.
That's so sad.
But hey, whatever.
Poor X-Pac.
As for X-Pac, X-Pac and Kane had a tag match on Raw against the Brood, and they won. But then after the match, the Brood beat the shit out of Kane and did the bloodbath on Kane. That's where the lights go out, and then they drop blood on you. That's the bloodbath from the rafters. Like in Carrie. It's like in Carrie.
The Carrie spot. I feel like doing the Carrie spot on a man who is canonically a demon is not a very smart thing. I feel like you haven't read your Stephen King if you're doing that. But, I guess they made it out alive.
Yeah, they do the spot on Kane, and in anger, Kane chokeslams X-Pac, and X-Pac is kind of like, what the fuck, dude? But they do kind of reconcile by the end of the episode. Like, they do, they do make cute. Up,
And I'm sure their friendship is all the stronger for it.
Absolutely. Okay. Undertaker versus Ken Shamrock. This is where I gotta get in all the corporation and ministry bullshit.
Okay, I gotta say, man, as someone who's looked into the whole corporation versus ministry and then corporate ministry shit, I find this so fucking confusing. So I will do my best to follow. I may have a billion questions because
at WrestleMania 15, as you might remember, The Undertaker fought the Big Boss Man in a Hell in a Cell match, and then after the match, hung Big Boss Man in a noose up on the the cage roof.
I do know that part.
And so I mean, Undertaker has been fucking with Vince for months now because he wants Stephanie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the night after Mania, and I feel like I'm encroaching a little bit on the Steve Austin story, but Steve Austin
after
basically
Mania 15
the night after
or 16.
Yeah, after 15. After Mania 15, Steve Austin tells Vince that he wants his custom belt back that Vince took from him when he lost the title way back when. And Vince, they play it up as that Vince is so focused on The Undertaker and so concerned for Stephanie's safety that he doesn't fight back on Steve Austin making demands of him. Where before, Vince would be like, fuck you, no. He's like, yeah, all right, Austin, I'll get that right for you. Like, he doesn't care about whatever Austin wants. Whatever Austin wants, Austin gets. I have bigger concerns right now.
Damn, okay.
This pisses off Shane. Because Shane kicks Vince out of the corporation because Shane is like, you're so focused on protecting Stephanie that you're losing sight of business. So
you're losing sight of what really matters, being a dick to Steve Austin.
So to make this clear, Undertaker is threatening Stephanie McMahon, and Shane does not give a single fuck about it.
Outstanding.
He shows no concern for Stephanie at all in the entire
brotherly love.
So Shane uses this opportunity to do a hostile takeover of the corporation. He kicks out Vince. He kicks out Pat Patterson. He kicks out Gerald Briscoe. Ken Shamrock quits because the corporation wasn't there to help him when his sister Ryan was kidnapped by the ministry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when the ministry kidnapped his sister, he fucks off and he shows loyalty to Vince because Vince has actually backed him up. And then on the Raw after Mania, the Boss Man and Test lose to Big Show and Mankind in the tag match, and the Boss Man and Test fight, and Test gets kicked out of the corporation. So the corporation is completely changing.
And how long did the corporation exist prior to this?
The corporation debuted in November of '98, basically post Survivor Series when they crowned The Rock.
Okay.
And now the corporation is Shane, the Big Boss Man, China, Triple H, and Pete Gas and Rodney. Those last two are they are portrayed as Shane's high school besties who ran with him in, and I quote, the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, baby.
They are the mean street posse. They're just two yuppies, all right? That's the gimmick. Is there Shane's yuppie friends that he says they were his bros on the mean streets?
They think they're hard.
Up. For realsies. So Ken Shamrock has just stayed fighting The Undertaker. Right? Like he wants revenge on The Undertaker for kidnapping and sacrificing, whatever the fuck that means, his sister. And they have a match on the pay-per-view. It is widely considered kind of shit because basically Undertaker tries to do hardcore technical wrestling with Ken Shamrock. A lot of ground and grapples happening in this match. And people are like, yawn. This is boring, is the common consensus of that.
Which
decision.
Is unfortunate, because I do actually think I quite like Ken Shamrock in ring, if I recall correctly.
Oh, he's great.
And Taker's good in ring too, so it's a shame they don't mash up well.
Yeah, I don't know. Undertaker wins, and then after the match, Bradshaw beats Shamrock with a baseball bat. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But then the Raw after Mania. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way now because the main event doesn't have really anything to do with that. The Raw after Mania is actually no, we can't do the Raw after Mania stuff until after the main event. I forgot. So we'll come back to what the Ministry did on the Mania, the Raw after Backlash. Then the main event was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. We're just rehashing what they did the Mania for. The whole feud for this month is devoted around like The Rock has Austin's custom title belt that he wants, and he's refusing to give the property back. This is actually funny enough. This is when they do the segment where The Rock throws Austin in the river, and then next week has a funeral for him.
Oh my God!
Completely coincidentally, it's all part of that.
That is wild. What the hell?
But whatever. After the main event, the gimmick is it's a no holds barred match. But Shane McMahon has inserted himself as the special guest referee. And it has been said that if Austin lays a hand on Shane, Austin is stripped of the title immediately.
Okay.
So they have a big old brawly brawl. It ends, there's shenanigans at one point. Rock hits, Stone Cold hits the I gotta remember which part which comes which here. The Austin goes for a pin and Shane McMahon refuses to count the pin. He goes 1, 2, and then he flips off Austin and refuses to count. And then Vince comes out. Vince decks Shane and inserts a proper referee so that Austin can hit the stunner and win the match.
Oh yeah, this is the 2 seconds where Vince is trying to be a face.
We are turning Vince babyface.
Yeah, until they realize, no, wait, this doesn't work.
Right, but Austin wins and he gets his proper title belt. They make a big show of like Vince handing over the custom title belt that Austin wants to him. So it's like he finally gets his shit back. And then the Raw after Mania, The Rock is cutting a promo about how last night, Austin is a stinking pile of monkey crap and Shane didn't do his job and making sure he wins. Shane comes out and is like, actually, you didn't do your job, and beat Austin. And Shane kicks The Rock out of the corporation for being a loser. So yeah, we're turning The Rock babyface again because he's just damn popular. So we're kicking him out of the corporation too.
Oh my God. I will say it is funny that, like, because are we building to a feud between Ministry and Corporation, or is that, or no, we're building toward the merger, but they didn't like each other when Vince was the head of the corporation, right?
Yeah. Shane doesn't really care. Shane doesn't.
Okay.
Shane is
and that's why
Shane
he does
no
the merger.
Strong feelings. Yeah, I would say yes. Okay. Shane has no strong feelings about the Ministry. He's just he's got his own things going on. He does not care.
Yeah. It is funny though that that Rock was spending time in the corporation opposite Farouk in the Ministry. Like, some shit just never dies, brother.
No, it does not. But then after the main event though, Backlash, excuse me, because this time to talk about the big thing that happened on the Raw after Backlash. So at the end of the show of Backlash, they made a big show earlier on the show where Vince put Stephanie in a limo, armed security guards around the whole car, and the idea is she's going to stay here, and Vince will come, and Vince will come back after the main event, make sure Shane doesn't act like a jackass, and then we leave immediately. While Steve Austin
you didn't have to bring her. You could have just left her at home, Vince.
You could have, I think.
But then again, higher power retconning on makes it make more
excuse
sense.
me, anyway. I think you mean the higher power.
The what the fuck?
It is the higher power, but when Undertaker says it, he's like, prepare for the higher power. That's the way he says the word higher. How? It sounds like he's saying hower.
I'm sorry, yes. Power. The Howard power. Anyway.
Yeah. So as Steve Austin is celebrating in the main event, Vince is at ringside. The limousine starts up and Stephanie's like, "Hey, driver, no, we gotta wait for my dad." They pull down the the thing that's to show the driver and it's Undertaker and he goes, "Where to, Stephanie?"
That
and
clip.
He
oh my god, that
Stephanie.
clip.
Where to, Stephanie?
Oh my god, I know about that clip. Holy shit, that's so funny.
Bro, if I had a nickel for every time in wrestling Undertaker stole a limo, I would have 2 nickels.
Wait. Oh, wait. What's... Oh, is this the other one?
Because he does it to Teddy Long, and he's like, "Buckle up, Teddy."
Oh, wait, no, that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking the Buckle Up Teddy clip, which is so fucked up.
No, he is kidnapped. They end the Backlash pay-per-view with Undertaker kidnapping Stephanie in the limo.
Okay. Oh my god. All right.
And then on the Raw after Backlash, it's the episode with the Black Wedding.
Oh shit.
So I am going to be as vague as possible describing what happens, like enough because this is one of the most historically important episodes of the Ministry of Darkness. Everyone kind of remembers this episode. So I don't want to give a detailed enough explanation that it feels like if we did a podcast episode on it, it would be covering, already trodden ground.
Yeah.
But basically, The Undertaker tries to forcibly marry Stephanie McMahon in unholy matrimony. It's Paul Bearer's words on that.
Yes.
So the big crux of the episode is that the Ministry has Stephanie and they're going to marry her off unless Vince meets very specific demands. And Vince goes to Stone Cold for help. And Stone Cold initially is like, "I don't give a shit about you and I don't give a shit about your daughter." No. And throughout the night, people are like, "Come on, man, it's his daughter. Come on, bro." And he's like, "I don't give a rat's ass.
If you want to see Stephanie get married to Undertaker in unholy matrimony, give me a hell yeah."
But in the end, at the end of the show, they got Stephanie tied up on their not satanic cross. They got her tied up, and Paul Bearer is reading officiating the wedding. And he's reading the whole ceremony out, and he's gonna marry him off. I guess he is a legal officiant, and this can work. I don't know, but in the end,
look, as someone who is myself a legal officiant, all you got to do is press a button on a website. I'm sure Paul Bearer, who runs a fucking funeral parlor, has his credentials in order. Thank you very much.
That's fair, but in the end, Stone Cold comes out, beats the shit out of the entire Ministry and saves Stephanie. And it's basically like Steve Austin did this purely because it's the good and right thing to do.
And this is what gives Taker a bone to pick against Austin, which is why Shane makes the merger. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. So Shane, Stephanie is returned to Vince, and it's this really neat moment where Steve Austin does something good purely out for no self-interest to help Vince. How that's a touching moment. Of course, they're going to ruin it in a couple of months where they reveal that Vince is the Howard Power.
Howard Power, baby.
This was all a ruse the entire time.
Retcons.
And I hate that for him, because what a hell of a moment. I don't know if Vince's babyface turn is really earned here.
No.
But I still think it's a hell of a moment for Steve Austin to put aside his grudge with Vince to save his daughter.
Agreed.
An unholy marriage.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So that is what the Raw after. I mean, I guess I could talk briefly about what the impetus of this episode of Smackdown is. I mean, there's not a lot to it. It's basically WWE is riding hot, and they had an opportunity to get back onto UPN, which is broadcast TV at this point. You know, the United Paramount Network was a major network at the time. It was basically the CW before the CW in terms of the landscape of television networks. Okay. And I mean, literally, the CW replaces UPN. Literally,
yes.
So basically, they're riding hot, and they want to run a show counter to WCW Thunder, because right now, WCW has two major primetime shows: Nitro on Mondays and Thunder on Thursdays. And so WWE's like, we want to do that exact same thing. We want to do Raw on Mondays and SmackDown on Thursdays.
Of course.
And to WWE's credit, they don't have contracts that make this show dead in the water. Because right now, WCW Thunder has already flopped. And I'll give an explanation why. The biggest reason why that happened. All of WCW's top stars signed sweetheart contracts into WCW. We talked plenty about how insanely pro-worker the contracts of WCW are. Hey, and I'm all about getting that bread, but also WCW are fucking stupid for signing all these dudes to these contracts. You're nuts.
Yeah, it was fucking, the precedent they set was insane, and of course it was gonna fuck them over in the end. Like,
and it fucks them over.
Get that bread, but don't actually kill your company on the way
there. They signed those contracts with the understanding they had unlimited Turner bucks, basically.
Yes.
And
yeah, correct.
And part of that contracts they signed is all of their top stars were on limited dates. They were only required to work so many dates, and that was a big appeal of WCW, is that, they don't have to work the same load that WWE does.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem. They add Thunder. That's 52 new dates a year. And none of those contracts were adjusted to account for Thunder. So all of the top guys just said, fuck you, I'm not working Thunder. My contract says I don't have to. And WCW Thunder very quickly became the mid-card show. It became a B show super fast because none of the top guys, it was a situation where, like, if you wanted to work more dates, the wrestler had to agree to that. Like,
yes,
WCW could not contractually tell the top dudes that they couldn't tell Hogan, they couldn't tell Hall, they couldn't tell Nash, they couldn't tell Goldberg, they couldn't tell Sting that they had to go do fucking Thunder. They couldn't. They didn't. They only had so many dates on the contract, and so they don't got to work any days they don't want to work outside of that.
That's what you signed up for, motherfucker.
So WWE doesn't have contracts that work like that. So top stars are going to be on SmackDown. It's going to be fine.
Yeah,
on that one.
Correct. You're gonna work, bitch.
Now, some WCW guys absolutely looked at the system here as like there's a lot of opportunity to get in good with the boss.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett is probably the biggest name for this. Jeff Jarrett worked every goddamn WCW house show because he was like, one, more money. Two, I get known as the guy you can depend on to show up whenever because I'm willing to go above and beyond what my contract tells me I can do.
Bro, low-key, Jeff Jarrett is like the like fucking workhorses of pro wrestling, and I kind of respect the shit out of that.
Jeff Jarrett is absolutely a massive workhorse. He gets a bad reputation because he had shitty gimmicks when he was at the top of TNA. And goddamn, brother, if I have to see one,
the title.
If I gotta see one more goddamn match that ends in low blow, guitar shot, in ref bump, guitar shot, the stroke, 1, 2, 3, bree woo, I'm gonna pull my hair out. Was the that was the the vibe of TNA at the time. Was like, God damn it, why the fuck?
Like, when Jeff Jarrett showed up in AEW, like a whole bunch of people were shitting on him, and like you started doing the whole like unironically simping for Jeff Jarrett thing, and I think I've been starting to get it, because like he just kind of shows up and does his thing and is unproblematic in the process. Like, he just seems kind of fucking chill.
He totally is, but everyone got burned out on him as main event talent, holder of the world. Like, he was a reign of terror in the exact same era where Triple H was the reign of terror on Raw. He was the reign of terror in TNA.
Well, that's a hell of a way to provide an alternative to the Fed. Is just have your own reign of terror.
Ref bump, guitar shot, hit the stroke, bree woo. That's it. That's how that goes. Main event of TNA all the time.
Hogan had his, Cena had his, Jeff Jarrett had guitar shot, ref bump, stroke,
ref bump, guitar shot, the stroke, pin, bree woo.
Yeah, beautiful.
But yeah, so this is not like this is a genuine for this. So back to what we're doing here. This episode of SmackDown is genuinely a pilot episode. Like, they're gonna do this one-off episode, and then they're not gonna start airing normally until August. This is a pilot in every sense of the word. This is a, like, we're going to test to see if you can get an audience Thursdays on UPN.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, this is the pilot episode of SmackDown. They are going to load this episode up, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, we're here for the first promo of the Brood.
It's crazy to me that the Brood has now had like 2 matches and not cut a promo yet.
I mean, they've been a thing for a long time at this point.
But they were like part of the ministry. They weren't their own.
They were a thing in October '98. And then they joined up with the ministry in February of '99.
Wait, they were together for 3-4 months before joining the ministry?
Yep.
And did not cut a promo in that time?
Absolutely not. They have been a thing since October, and they ain't cut a damn promo. We're all being spooky vampire boys. Because we're all being spooky and mysterious, and we're not going to talk.
You can't sustain spooky and mysterious for 4 fucking months without talking to the goddamn audience.
Well, clearly they did, because they have a cool entrance where they come up in a ring of fire. And then they're going to and they're going to be like, I guess they need to start talking. And look what happens.
Did they not have a mouthpiece? Because even fucking like Hook even Hook in AEW, who took a gajillion years to start talking, at least he had like goddamn Team Taz there to like be his mouthpiece and shit.
No, they've had no mouthpieces. They have just been silent.
Have they not had feuds? Have they not had real feuds?
Yeah, they just don't talk. They just show up in a ring of fire, beat people, and then do the bloodbath. What do they need?
How do you build heat? Okay, what the fuck? Okay,
They try to set people on fire and dump blood on them. That's how you build heat.
Oh my god! So the Brood has been around for half a year at this point. They don't do much. They still haven't talked. We're about to change that. This is going to be interesting.
They had a pay-per-view match with the Job Squad. What are you trying to say about the Brood?
Squad.
They beat Al Snow, Too Cold Scorpio, and Bob Holly in a 6-man tag.
That's such a sad group to make into a Job Squad, brother.
Hey,
mostly for Too Cold and Bob Holly.
Yeah. They're the Job Squad, you know? They're Job.
Oh, wait, that's their actual name?
Yes, their name is the Job Squad. That is their actual name.
So they're just come out like, yeah, we're the losers. That's their tag name. Yeah, we're the fucking losers.
Yep. That's the gimmick.
What? No! Well, that's bullshit. Okay. Wild. So this is the very first thing that Christian and Edge do together in WWE.
Yes. Before this, it was 3 dudes who had not ever interacted, but were all kind of spooky weirdos, so they all came together.
Christian as a spooky weirdo is such a crazy thought to have.
What do you mean, Wikipedia? He was given a new vampire gimmick based on the White Wolf role-playing game Vampire the Masquerade. You're telling me that somebody in WWE in 1998 knew what Vampire the Masquerade was? Bro, I don't fucking believe you. I don't care.
Even in the Attitude Era, if you're a wrestling writer, you're a fucking dweeb. I'm sorry.
I refuse to believe that Vince Russo knows what Vampire the Masquerade is.
No, of course Vince Russo doesn't, but someone under him does.
This is who? Jim Cornette? Jim Ross?
Actually, wait.
Who do you think was Vampire the Masquerade?
Actually, wait. Knowing Vince Russo, I could see him being a Vampire the Masquerade guy. Because, like, you know, we think Vampire the Masquerade, and we think, like, you know, campy gay shit, probably. But Vince Russo probably played that shit dead fucking straight. Because look at him. He wore, like, the goddamn Edlord trench coat or whatever. My man definitely, like, thought it would be cool to be a fucking vampire. I actually do believe that Vince Russo's the one who was playing Vampire the Masquerade. I just think he was playing it wrong.
I am frankly just not going to accept this as canon. I don't care what Wikipedia says. Wikipedia can be wrong.
No, I believe.
All right. So we're watching the pilot episode of Smackdown. That's April 29th, 1999. Episode of Smackdown. It's pretty easy to find on Peacock. It's season 1, episode 0. So yeah, if you'd like to watch along with us, it's on Peacock.
Hell yeah.
When we come back, we will be discussing the pilot episode of Smackdown, including, among other things, the first promo of The Brood.
Fucking nuts.
And we are back. We are in the same location for
the
back half here. And we have finished the April 29th, 1999 debut pilot episode of Smackdown.
Oh, boy. How the fuck did Smackdown get greenlit after this? Holy shit.
Because this is everything what the people wanted in 99.
This is what the people wanted in 99. Very, very unfortunately what the people wanted in 99.
Yeah.
Holy heck. All right.
But what people did not want was the Brood, as it turns out.
Oh.
We'll get to that.
We will get to that. I almost forgot we were going to get to that. We are back in the Attitude Era, Austin, which means it is time for a return to my favorite segment and yours, David's Sign Symposium, where I count up just all of the fucked up signs that we see. Yeah. Although I have to say, I did not get that many this time around. I only got a few. They weren't as crazy on the signs as like Raw is in
Smackdown is well behaved.
Well, no, they are not. There is still a gajillion and a half fucking signs in that crowd. The camera just isn't panning to as many of them. Mm-hmm. So we begin with David's Sign Symposium. Just a few little shout outs to start off. First of all, I want to shout out the boobs-shaped puppies sign. It's very stupid, but I give you points for extra effort. Someone just had like a sign that was shaped like boobs, and it just said puppies on it.
Awesome.
And an anti-shout out to its ugly ass step sibling that just says "Show your puppies" to the right of it, just on a rectangle ass.
I would have appreciated it was if they did sign a picture of two puppies shaped like boobs.
That would have been interesting. Now that would have been a step that would have been a tier above the boob shaped puppy sign. Mm-hmm. I would have approved of that. There was Road Dogg plus me, Doggy Style Champs.
Why do you want to get fucked in the ass by Road Dogg?
I was about to say, I'm not sure that sign says what you think it does, brother. Or maybe it does.
Or maybe it does.
Or maybe
all
it does,
I know
dude,
is that Road Dogg talks about kicking it doggy style all the time now.
Yes.
So like,
yes,
it's on brand, but also, why do you want to get fucked in the ass?
I mean, like, if you do, more power to you. Godspeed. I'm all here for it. But I'm going to assume that perhaps you were not intending that double entendre that you created there. And then finally, a sign for www.delobrown.com.
Is that okay?
I don't.
All right. That's.
Well,
is that a porn site?
Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out in real time, brother. delobrown.com. Probably a dead domain at this point.
It's gotta be a dead domain.
This site can't be reached.
Got it. It's dead. We're done.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it. Okay. So that concludes a very brief installment of David's Sign Symposium. Yeah. Thank you.
So
all.
We start with a recap from what happened on Raw. It makes me sad because I tried to avoid some of the plot points of the Black Wedding for future reference on the pod, and then this recap cut to more of them.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
But then they go to the Smackdown intro. It's the Smackdown theme. With
oh my god, the most like 90s ass fucking opening graphics, fast paced, edited. Like this is like we are extreme. You know how it goes.
Yeah. So we get the opening commentary team is Michael Cole and Jim Cornette, an absolutely cursed team in '99.
Hi, Cornette.
I honestly didn't have a ton to say because I don't think they did. They said very many interesting things. The commentary on this episode was super, playing it as like this is our first time on network TV in a while. We probably have a bigger audience than we've had in a while. So let's like treat this as if a lot of people who have never watched the WWF before are suddenly watching SmackDown.
Very much treat this show as someone
which is
first.
Uninteresting to listen to as someone who knows what's going on.
I don't get much out of it personally. I'm really going back and forth on whether or not it's preferable to me to swap out a sex pest annoying Southerner for a racist annoying Southerner. Who it's a race to the bottom between Jerry Lawler and Jim Cornette, let me tell you.
Yeah, but could be worse.
It could.
Commentary could have been worse. So Stephanie and Vince come to the ring to start.
Shit.
They got a security escort.
Baby Stephanie, 23-year-old Stephanie McMahon. She looks so small that it's so fucked up they made her do the Black Wedding shit with Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I noted the "Show Your Puppy" sign right on hard cam.
Yeah, that one's the worst one. Fuck
no,
that
Vince comes out and he says he's like proud to stand here with all of us tonight, and even more proud to be standing here with Stephanie. And he'd like to address some of his less proud moments. And then at this point, the crowd starts chanting "asshole, asshole," and he's like, "Yep, I've been that."
Yeah. Oh my god. The most like what the fuck way of saying this ever is yeah, you're right. I have been that. Yeah. What corporate robot shit are you on, Vince? Oh my god.
It feels like you didn't want to say asshole because they're on network.
I have been that. That's that. I want to start saying that now. Someone calls me by my name and I say yes. I have been that. I have been that.
Yeah. But he sees Vince is saying hopefully he can change. This is very much he's turning babyface.
Yes, it's definitely gonna stick.
He's gonna stick on this one.
No. He wants to change again. Okay.
Vince talks about how in his business life he's been ruthless, and uncaring, and he's done it all in the name of business and sometimes at the expense of his family.
And he's been an asshole. That has been me. That has been me.
Yes.
Stupid.
And he says he has an opportunity tonight to take the first step in taking back control of his company. I guess at this point, is Shane legally in control, or do you mean that like metaphorically?
I have no idea.
But he's going to be a competitive SOB, but along the way, he's going to stop and smell the roses.
Yeah, it's the fact that he says SOB that really solidifies this whole, we're on network TV
We
shit.
can't cut out. They also, like when they censor The Rock and they censor Jeff Jarrett later, too.
True.
You hear that?
Absolutely true.
But he wants to thank the individuals who've helped him along the way, starting tonight, where he thanks the world's most dangerous man and a man who is not only dangerous but loyal, Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, he's very much building up to the saying Stone Cold Steve Austin thing, teasing whether or not he's going to say Steve Austin's name.
And then he's like, he wants to thank the Big Show with a heart as large as his 500-pound body. and then finally, he wants to thank Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
And Jim Cornette's like, who would have ever thought this day would come?
Yeah, right.
Then Stephanie takes the mic and she repeats those thank yous.
Stephanie McMahon, in her like Dorothy Galeist voice, is like, and you were there, and you were there, and I think I'm gonna miss you most of all, Stone Cold. She's fucking. And when she mentions Stone Cold, the mention of his name gets just as big a pop a second time. These fucking marks. And then this shit gets weird.
I did note I started typing slut way too early.
Yeah.
Brad hasn't got
well, except she starts describing.
Yeah, she's like, I was taken against my will, stripped of my clothes.
Wow! Yeah! Fucking
Big cheers to the point Stephanie has to stop and wait for the cheers to die down.
Puppies! Fuck off!
Non-consensual puppies!
Yeah, and then talking more about it, and then she mentions how the Undertaker touched her against her will.
Yeah!
Fuck off! This pervert ass audience. I fucking hate the 90s,
I fucking
dude.
hate this.
Holy
is terrible.
Shit.
But Stephanie thanks Stone Cold again and hopes the Undertaker burns in hell.
Oh my god! This would have easily been the worst line read of the night if it weren't for the Brood promo.
Gangrel is here to make sure this.
I hope. Yeah, he's really doing Stephanie a solid here.
Yeah.
I hope you burn in hell. Okay, thank you.
She's got a couple decades to go on.
Yes. Just like the rest of your family, it'll be better promos when you turn heel.
Yeah. But Vince wants to make a promise tonight here to Stone Cold, but we will never know what that is because Shane McMahon comes out with the corporation.
And Shane insists.
Asshole.
Yes,
asshole. And he's like, first he wants to address one thing. And he's like, do you not think that I would have been there and the entire corporation would have been there if something bad were to happen? To Shane, something bad did happen.
Yeah. Where were you?
Dipshit?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Yeah. What type of human being do you think I am? And Shane goes, and Vince is like, what type of human being do I think you are?
Shut up. Shane's just like, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit.
Now, Shane says, all of a sudden, Vince is out here apologizing for the way he used to do business. What happened to the most ruthless tycoon in the history of the world? That's probably not true,
he admonishes his father for growing a conscience.
Yeah.
I suddenly feel like I'm watching like a role swap version of real conversations between these two.
Vince and Shane.
This is definitely Vince has definitely given Shane this exact speech whenever Shane has balked at Vince wanting to fuck secretaries.
Yeah.
What did you decide to grow a conscience?
Now Shane is sick to his stomach that he's gonna thank Stone Cold Steve Austin for saving his precious daughter Stephanie, Daddy's little girl. It's so weird that he talks about her as if they're not related.
Yeah, and again, 2 minutes ago, I would have come out here to save my sister, and then fuck this bitch.
Yeah. And then he decides to borrow a phrase from Stone Cold as it relates to business. I don't give a rat's ass about Daddy's little girl. I don't give a rat's ass about Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I don't give a rat's ass about you.
Yeah.
And Vince goes, well, maybe you should give a rat's ass about this.
About
he's about to step and punch him in the face.
Oh yeah, he's about to, and then Shane's like, don't you fucking dare! I will give you a slap so hard that it gives you plastic surgery.
I'll slap the wrinkles off your face.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's my show now. Get to stepping.
Yeah.
Get on out of here.
Yes. And he declares that he has an evil plan. He after Stone Cold fucked with him, and after The Rock fucked with him. He is getting revenge by in the most dastardly way he can by making the two of them partners in a tag match tonight.
Yeah, they can't get along, so they're going to team up.
The Rock has showed absolutely no recent changes of heart that might make this backfire on me. No, sir.
But, Shane is like, well, the only thing I need now are some opponents for Stone Cold and The Rock. Are there any volunteers?
All of the corporation raised their hand.
And
Triple H raised his hand. China, Bossman, and the fucking Mean Street posse. Yeah. They all raised their hands.
And Shane picks Triple H first. He's like, all right, and then he's like, any more volunteers? They all kind of raise their hands again.
And he just fucking ignores them.
Anybody?
Like, anyone?
Are there?
China's like, fuck you.
I'm right here.
Fuck you.
And then he goes, are there any takers? Bong. And then Undertaker is cutting a promo from his bed, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird sideways angle.
It was like this. It was this extreme Dutch angle that looked up into what looked like the shortest, the lowest ceiling I think I have ever seen. Mm-hmm. Like Undertaker was ducked into some kind of tiny ass fucking cubicle or something to shoot this.
But now Undertaker just accepts. He just talks rambling nonsense.
Yes.
The only thing I even remember is he goes, Austin, on Monday you played the role of the spoiler. Well, tonight I will play multiple roles. Judge, jury, executioner, and evil in the corner.
Yeah, what the shit was that? Evil in the corner?
Could have just stopped at 3, bud.
He could have just, it would have been a much better line if you just stopped. Brevity, Taker, is the soul of good promos.
Undertaker has never understood that.
True. True.
So after that,
I do want to point out one thing. We cut to the commentary desk for a second. There's a little black kid behind Jim Cornette who gives him bunny ears, and I can only imagine Jim Cornette's reaction upon seeing that upon playback. Yeah. And suddenly, he was racist anymore. Yeah.
So Shane's like, can you feel the power of Shane McMahon? And why does this all happen? Because Shane McMahon said so.
Yes. And that's it. This invocation does not bring out Stone Cold somehow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yes, we get an announcement of the card for the evening. It is going to include the New Age Outlaws versus Kane Pack for the tag titles. Yep. Bossman versus Mankind, which it makes it very funny that Bossman was volunteering to be in the main event. My workhorse hero, Big Boss Man, willing to pull double duty on one card. That's a king right there. And then Bradshaw versus Shamrock. Bradshaw with a crew cut, a beet red nose in his publicity picture, and the shittiest ass Sharpie cult tattoos I've maybe ever seen. That's saying something because I was in high school theater. I cannot believe the terrible look they have given Brad. What the fuck is that? Why does he have like random doodles drawn on his chest?
The acolyte, the dark tattoos of the cult.
That's clearly a fucking Sharpie. At least make it look, I don't know, any better at all.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. But then Jeff Jarrett is looking for Owen Hart because he has a match up next.
Yes.
But then we cut to the Blue Blazer.
Oh, good.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
The first match is Val Venus versus supposed to be Owen Hart.
Hey, Val. Hey, Val, I see there are some kids in the audience. Why are you doing sexual shit in front of the kids, Val? I thought doing sex shit in front of kids makes you a groomer, Val. What the fuck, Val, I fucking hate this man. In case you couldn't tell. Also, Michael Cole calls him an alleged.
I also noted that. I was like, "What do you mean alleged?"
He's just fucking lying.
He made 2 pornos on Raw. Well, I watched them.
In that case, he's not a former adult film star. He's a current adult film star. So maybe that's why it's a timeline.
Hello, ladies.
Yes, but Jeff Jarrett is
I know. Hold on. I didn't write down this whole bit just for you to breeze past it.
I'm sorry. I forgot that you stan Val Venus.
I don't stand Val Venus. I just think you are annoyed by the Val Venus voice. So that means I have to.
I'm not annoyed by the Val Venus voice. I'm annoyed by the Val Venus. Yes.
Even better that I have to play into it.
No, fucking hell.
Ladies, tonight I would like to invite each and every one of you to invest in the Big Valboski's Mutual Fund. You see, it's always up more than it's down, and I can guarantee you with this fund, there will never be an early withdrawal.
I would like to withdraw your life from you, actually. Fuck off.
Yep. And then here comes Jeff Jarrett and Deborah McMichael. You may remember Deborah McMichael aggressively divorcing Mongo for a year and a half in WCW.
Oh shit, that whole thing.
They did just carry that over on Raw.
Yeah, and apparently she and Val Venus have been giving each other fuck me eyes.
I did see
that's terrible.
That's not even the worst thing involving Deborah that they recapped.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah.
But anyway, so Jeff Jarrett's like, I don't know where Owen is, so I guess I'm gonna wrestle. He says it pisses him off, but they censor
pissed me off. Oh, they're so fucking paranoid about being on a mainstream network again. Oh no.
It made him mad, as his action figures would say.
Don't PO me off, as JR would say.
Don't make me mad is what they put on the fucking they put on his action figures. But then in comes the Blue Blazer to jump Val Venus, so I guess it's Val Venus versus the Blue Blazer.
Yeah, before the bell can even sound. So
okay, great.
And Jim Cornette is over here like, I've never seen Owen Hart and the Blue Blazer in the same room. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, they're openly talking about, the joke is that everyone knows it's Owen, but he acts like he's not Owen, as we'll see later.
Yes, correct.
But whatever. Owen, this match is whatever.
Michael Cole, during the match, lies to our faces and calls Val Venus a great young talent.
That's not true.
That is an incorrect statement on multiple levels, actually.
Let's see. Anything interesting? I mean, they just go back and forth strikes. At some point, they bring up how, like, Jeff Jarrett losing the match to the Godfather on Monday means that Deborah was supposed to become one of the hoes.
Yeah, what?
What?
Yeah, that since when? Oops.
And now it's a bad thing that he's like, no, Deborah will not be doing that.
Fuck you, actually. Yeah, so Deborah gets on the apron and starts to distract Val with her boobs.
She's trying to do a strip tease. This is super in character for Deborah in the WWF. She was they were like making Deborah get as naked as they could get away with every week.
Wow, what a fucking shot. The Attitude Era is trying to show audiences women's boobs on their roster. Wow, no way.
So then she tries to distract Val with the boobs. And then Owen fails to make use of this. I
know.
But then Deborah is still taking her top off, and so the announcer is yelling at her. And so Val hits a fisherman suplex. And so Jeff Jarrett runs in and kicks Val in his Venus.
Yeah.
And Owen wins off of that.
And yes, Owen gets the dub. Yeah, it fucking sucks they're making him this much of a chump, but at least he gets a win, I guess, over Val fucking Venus.
Yeah, and then comes down to the ring is Nicole Bass. So we haven't really, I didn't want to talk about this on the front half, but now we have to.
Okay.
So
please.
The gimmick is that Nicole Bass is a female bodybuilder, and she was brought in to be a bodyguard for Sable. I know Sable has not been around, so now Nicole Bass is just doing her own fucking thing. And so her thing is that she is like massively crushing on Val Venus.
Yeah.
And Val is like, ew, no, she's ugly. I don't want to fuck her. And And that's it. That's the story.
That's the whole.
So she's been kind of interfering and running into Val Venus matches, and he's like, please go away.
I need to emphasize this woman is massive. She is A, insanely tall, and B, like
they cite her as 240. I don't know if that's true or not.
Unfathomably jacked. Like
she is.
Like above, like Chyna's jacked, but Nicole's
bigger. I think Nicole's bigger than Chyna.
Oh, without a question, she's fucking bigger than Chyna. And Val Venus, of course, is like, I'm scared of strong women.
Ew.
I'm a little baby man, and then he runs away.
This woman has muscles. I'm not into this.
Yeah, right.
As I joked with David, the WWE Attitude Era being weirdly more progressive than usual, in that Nicole Bass is the only female bodybuilder that they are portraying as ugly, and they are higher, and they have 3 of them under contract right now.
That 1/3 ratio is still egregious.
A lot better than you would think it was gonna be.
I know. Chyna's treated like as aside from the awful, horrible Rock promo we watched however fucking long ago, where he like says he wants to do terrible things to Chyna, then she says she's too ugly for that. Actually, Chyna's treated as like a very attractive,
perfectly
woman,
desirable woman.
Yeah,
I mean, Mark Henry has that long-running feud where he's trying to fuck her, and she's like, "No, please."
She's like, "No, thank you."
But then she also has an extremely long-running story with Eddie Guerrero where he wants to fuck her. And she's like, yes.
She's like, actually, I'm
into this.
Oh man, that's a.
I think there's a storyline where like Eddie gets his GED because she's like, "I'm not gonna date you if you're
fucking stupid.
If you're dumb." And he's like, "I'm gonna prove that I'm not dumb."
That's amazing. I kind of love that.
So like they've run these angles where Chyna is considered sexually desirable,
and then there's Beaver Cleavage's mom, whose whole gimmick is that someone wants to fuck her.
Yeah, and she's a female bodybuilder, so it's just Nicole Bass.
It's just Nicole Bass. And to be fair, I think Val Venus is still technically a heel. So in the morality play, he is.
No, he's definitely a babyface. Jarrett and Owen are heels, so they're absolutely he's a babyface.
Fuck off. Fuck anyone who ever makes Val Venus a babyface. Fuck you.
Yeah, and I don't think they put Nicole Bass in relatively unattractive makeup to emphasize. Like,
maybe. I don't know.
I'm not good at judging that, but it just feels like it's like I don't know. I feel like they're trying to make her look unattractive.
Yeah.
A bit here.
But either way, the whole thing is that we're still not done with this segment because oh God. Father.
Here comes the Godfather, which commentary explicitly says he is coming to collect his property.
Why?
Which is a disgusting way to refer to Deborah.
This is horrifying. I hate it all.
No, Godfather is the I cop for the Godfather a lot. David hates the Godfather's whole shtick.
I've grown a little bit on the Godfather just because it's like I don't know, it's funny that they go that far with it. But I do overall hate what the fuck
I largely am fine with the gimmick. I think a lot of his shit's fun. And also he is weirdly portrayed as like broadly speaking, he's portrayed as like a good pimp.
Oh yeah?
Like he treats the women well. That's kind of stated or implied multiple times. This is fucking weird though. This is weird that he's like,
yeah.
Why is he like this?
Damn, it's almost like it's weird to have a gimmick whose whole fucking thing is being a pimp and actively having your prostitutes as part of your act. Holy shit.
Anyway, he comes to collect on Deborah.
Deborah just runs away. She's like, no, thank you.
No, and Jeff Jarrett and Owen beat up the Godfather and beat him down.
Why are they the heels? What are they doing wrong?
They're the heels because they don't respect agreements. Like
they don't
you
want
have to be
you
a
to
prostitute.
have your puppies.
No, they don't.
Fuck you. Yeah, okay. So the Blue Blazer also wants to know where Owen Hart is.
No, that didn't happen yet. Oh, there was one thing.
Pardon me.
Is that we did a backstage video of The Rock ranting to himself in his locker room.
Do we?
Right before commercial. It's not. He doesn't even say anything worthwhile. I just remember that.
Oh, okay, sure.
But then, interview with Kevin Kelly backstage.
With Kevin Kelly? What the shit?
Yeah, this is about when he was working with the WWE.
I didn't know he had a career with the WWE.
Yeah, that's where he got his start.
Oh, shit.
So he interviews the Blue Blazer, and he's like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "WWF needs me." And Kevin's like, "Okay, Owen." And Blue Blazer's like, "Owen? Where's Owen? I'm looking for Owen Hart too. So
he also wants to. Yeah, Eric Young would like his future gimmick back. Yeah. Actually,
so Blue Blazer, just speaking for Owen Hart here. Blue Blazer's like, there's just too much cleavage. It takes so long to say.
I couldn't tell if that was intentional or if he was choking there. I cannot tell.
And that vow, I can't even say his last name. But you know what it rhymes with. I can't even say it. Everything. He talks about how WWF has become deplorable.
In what I'm sure is going to be a running theme of this episode, you are delivering this promo far more convincingly than Owen Hart did.
I can't help it. I'm just naturally
this
is where I'm at.
He's just so charismatic. Owen Hart. I cannot stress this enough. I don't love it when people like see a thing they don't like, but stars they like involved in that thing, and then make up fan fiction about how the stars actually hate being there. Owen Hart clearly does not want to be doing this gimmick. Owen Hart so obviously fucking hates doing this gimmick.
We know for a fact. What happened is that they wanted to do an angle where Owen Hart cheats on his wife with Deborah.
Yeah.
To feud with Jarrett, and he said, "No way, I'm not going to betray my wife like that, even for a fictional TV show."
Mm-hmm.
And WWF got mad about that, and now he's doing this stupid gimmick that's make him look stupid. And also he's like, we got to clean up the WWF from its debauchery. It feels very much like Owen's actual opinions about where the WWF is right now are probably coming up through this gimmick. And it's been known that he was close to retiring by this point in his.
So this was their comeuppance to Owen. This is his punishment. He knows it. He does not want to be doing this.
And then he tells the little Blue Blazers to take their vitamins,
what the shit,
and drink their milk.
Okay, I don't know why he's doing Hulk Hogan on top of this, but yeah, I guess fuck you too, Hogan. So
then it's the Big Show.
Big Show with a braided ponytail?
Yep, this is 99 Big Show.
I have discovered so many iterations of Big Show hair that I did not know existed. Long hair giant Big Show. Braided ponytail Big Show. Short hair crew cut Big Show in the early 2000s.
Yep.
And then, of course, bald Big Show. I did know about that one. But I didn't know that Big Show had a point where he was starting to bald and did a fucking braided ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he's got his weird pseudo sumo shorts, but they're black.
Yeah.
It just looks weird.
Jim Cornette remarks on how big the Big Show is.
Big.
In the most Jim Cornette way possible, which is you can pass a silver dollar through the hole on the ring Big Show wears on his ring finger. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What is that southern ass comparison, Cornette?
One day he's going to get real in trouble for this.
Yeah?
Because when he got fired from the NWA, it's because he was talking up Trevor Murdoch and how tough he was. And he's like, this man could carry a bucket of chicken through Ethiopia and come out fine.
Oh, dear.
So that's what got him fired from NWA in 2020.
That's so funny. And then it's apparently Big Show versus Test.
This is a test.
And then Big Boss Man walks to ringside for reasons. Workhorse King.
Big Show immediately hits a drop kick, and they're freaking out about this.
It is fun to see Big Show hit a drop kick.
Very early days, Big Show was like, "Hey, I can do athletic shit too." And then people got in his ear and it's like, "Don't do that, man.
Actually.
You should. You'll be better for your career.
Take care
don't
of yourself,
do
brother.
that." But he does this drop kick, and then he hits the choke slam for the win.
It's too interesting, actually. Cut that work rate down.
Hulk Hogan did not beat into his head enough. Clearly,
yeah.
He's got to work smarter, brother. But then Big Boss Man tries to run in here, and Big Show's like, "Hey, get the fuck out!"
Actually.
So then Big Boss Man walks around the other side of the ring. And so while Big Show is leaving, then Big Boss Man runs in and starts beating Test with the nightstick. And then Big Show runs back down and runs off the Boss Man for a second time.
We just keep. We're gonna see a running theme of things that keep happening on this.
No, they are really building up to the future of the Union. the union of people you ought to respect, son.
Up yours.
Like, all the pieces are coming into place here because the union is like Vince, Big Show, Test, Mick Foley, I think Shamrock.
Yeah, it's crazy they're like turning Big Show face only to like make Up Yours a heel faction.
Is it a heel faction?
I thought it was a heel.
No, I'm pretty sure they're baby because they fight the corporate ministry. So I'm pretty sure they're baby face.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice then. I thought if they had Vince at the helm, that meant they were.
No, it's still babyface Vince.
Okay.
If the union falls apart when Vince is like, "I'm the higher power."
Actually, the higher power.
He's the higher power. Though what is funny though is that they made this whole big deal where he's like, "Fuck Vince for not meeting his promises to me when he hired me, and now he's about to go join Vince in the union."
Yeah, true.
But anyway, The Rock is here. Shane McMahon, Triple H, last Monday, both you jabronis decided to check your candy asses into the Smackdown hotel. And he does a whole bit where he calls them Rudy Poo candy asses.
Rudy Poo?
A classic Rock phrase.
What the fuck?
Rudy Poo candy ass.
What type of baby talk is The Rock getting over with these weirdos?
Yeah, you say that, but then the crowd chant finishes the line for him,
and Rock's like confused by that. He's like, what? Have they not been parroting his pops until this point?
He has been heel for a long time here.
I guess, but like, I thought the whole reason that they made him face was because he was too fucking popular.
I haven't seen his Rudy Poo candy ass.
Okay, fair.
So I don't know if he's said that before and they haven't responded until now. But whatever. Rock's kind of thrown off by them repeating his line at him.
Yeah.
But Rock is basically like, hey, you don't check out of the Smackdown hotel without a parting gift from The Rock. A fist in your mouth and a boot in your ass.
Outstanding. Thank you, Dwayne.
And then The Rock wants to make clear that Stone Cold and him, they aren't partners. They're not buddies.
Yeah.
They're sure not friends.
Yeah, fucking Rock says, I'm not your friend, buddy. And then Stone Cold comes out to be like, I'm not your buddy, guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Rock is like, he is going to take his Brahma bull horns and stick them up Stone Cold's ass.
And of course, this summons Steve Austin to the fray.
No, and Steve Austin gets in the ring and he flips off The Rock whenever he walks past him in this segment.
True.
So Stone Cold's like, he says The Rock will always be in my some punk kid running around here spitting out nursery rhymes. And you're going to turn your little horn sideways because you're the Brahma Bull. Stone Cold will knock those horns off, wipe your ass, put you on a barbecue grill, and that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, Stone Cold threatens to kill The Rock and throw him on the grill for his yummy, yummy bull meat.
Yeah, because he's the Brahma Bull, so he's going to barbecue him on the grill.
What the fuck? Yeah, The Rock. I'm gonna murder you and eat you. Actually, what an escalation from Stone Cold. Yeah. Holy hell, brother!
But then Shane, this summons Shane.
No chance in hell.
No, again. He's like, this is absolutely perfect because The Rock and Stone Cold can't get along because his plan is getting bigger and better as we speak. I think I'm really matching the way.
Yeah.
On that one.
And then Undertaker's theme goes off again. Take a shot every fucking time you hear one of the like big themes tonight. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, so they're standing side by side on the ramp. Ga. And are you beginning to understand? Let me spell it out for just a little bit more. And then the entire ministry and the corporation all come out onto the stage. Jim Cornette goes, it's a merger from hell. Let me be the first to introduce you to the corporate ministry.
I have to say, with the music going underneath, that actually went pretty hard. I can't lie. Seeing the birth of the corporate ministry, Shane McMahon actually quite good on microphone. Also, like a fucking dead ringer for his dad half the time. Holy shit. Yeah, this actually went hard. The corporate ministry music blasting underneath. Shane with just the right cadence announces the name. It was actually pretty fucking
vintage Cole gun. Oh my god!
Yeah. So then, so that gets announced. Then we just cut away from it.
We got to X-Pac and Kane are with Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly is just stirring up shit.
Bro,
what happened.
Yeah. He basically we kind of get highlights to show that Kane is like just kind of an abusive tag partner. Like he just takes shit out on X-Pac all the time, and X-Pac for some reason just sticks around.
So what I'm hearing is that X-Pac is definitely justified to turn on Kane eventually.
Well, yeah, but we'll get there.
I mean, we're a long way away from when that actually happens.
Yeah, but we're setting up for the tag match tonight.
Yeah. Then we get our third match on the card: Droz versus D'Lo Brown. This is the Droz versus D'Lo Brown SmackDown match that doesn't end in tragedy. For those of you keeping score.
Oh shit! Oh, because it's the other one.
Because they have a match on SmackDown where D'Lo Brown breaks Droz's neck and ends his career.
Yup. Yeah, but the two biggest winners in all of WWE history, Droz and Lord Albert. We learn that Droz is a former NFL player?
I can see that.
What? The fuck?
Yeah, and then Prince Albert is Droz's tattoo artist / piercer.
This man was allergic to having good gimmicks.
He was.
They pitch a good gimmick to him, and he goes, "Achoo!" He only shitty.
His
gimmicks.
name is a reference to a really shitty prank call joke.
What?
You know, Prince Albert in a can.
Oh my god!
So you got Prince Albert.
Guy out.
His fucking.
Where?
His gimmicks have been tattoo artist who draws, has a lot of back hair. He is Lord Tensai, and which then morphs into Sweet Tea when he tag teams with Brodus Clay.
What the fuck, even?
And now he's the fucking head trainer of NXT. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
This man finally realized maybe I just belong backstage.
His least stupid gimmick was absolutely Giant Bernard in Japan.
Yeah, seriously.
He went to Japan, became Giant Bernard.
He just became one of the American big hoss men in Japan.
That everybody loves over there.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, also, like, Droz's current gimmick seems to be that he's the Mad Hatter for some reason.
I don't know. He's at least he's not, like, intentionally vomiting anymore.
Yeah, thank God they moved away from that one.
Yeah, so now he's just, like, a dude with, like, tattoos, and he wobbles his head a lot, as opposed to D'Lo Brown, who has no tattoos and wobbles his head a lot.
This is definitely the match of all time.
Yeah.
I have nothing of note in the actual work. I did have on commentary. We get Droz being bumped into Albert on the apron, and Jim Cornette actually calls it a malfunction at the junction. I don't think I've ever heard that called on commentary.
I know. Before. I don't think I have either.
That was fucking
like
crazy.
I've just never seen that said on the internet.
The
malfunction at the junction.
God, have we been saying Cornettism this whole time?
No. We got it. Well, we can't stop now.
I'm in too deep.
This is unfortunate.
Oh God.
Anyway, the match ends when D'Lo goes for the lowdown on the top rope. Albert just runs in the ring and punches him. It's like, all right, that's a DQ, I guess. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do here.
No attempt at a distraction. Oh my God. Droz does not give a fuck.
No, Droz. So Albert slams D'Lo.
Yeah.
And then so Droz holds D'Lo down on the ground. Albert brought to the ring a piercing kit.
Yeah.
And he pulls it open, and he pulls out comically large needles, and is like they're a foot long.
Yeah,
they wrench
at
on
least. Holy shit!
And he is apparently going to like pierce D'Lo's tongue right here, right now, live on SmackDown.
The shit? But
insane.
Then Mark Henry runs
Sexual
out.
Chocolate.
Sexual chocolate is here.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
In an olive green suit. This man just loves having fucking like crazy ass monochromatic suits. The salmon suit, the olive suit. Live your fucking truth.
Yes, I didn't really talk about it because it doesn't matter, but Ivory was palling around with D'Lo Brown. I don't know why. I honestly don't know much about Ivory's career except as when she's in the Right to Censor.
Oh, hey.
But she comes down, like she runs to go get Mark Henry. That's a whole big thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, during the beatdown, Ivory runs to go get Mark. And that's why that
a real new age version of the formation of the Mega Powers.
Except much shittier.
Except much stupider.
But whatever. Mark, D'Lo, and Ivory hug in the ring. Yay.
Yay.
No mutilation is happening live on SmackDown today.
Thank God. Oh, Jim Cornette can sleep tonight. No,
yeah. Kevin Kelly is backstage with the New Age Outlaws.
And can they coexist?
He's like, yeah, is it awkward for you that you got to fight your bro tonight, X-Pac? And Road Dogg has some nonsense bullshit, but he at one point calls X-Pac their friend. And Billy Gunn's like, there's no friends when it comes to the tag team titles. Get your head in the game,
bro. Yeah, and then
all right.
To be fair, it does reflect how many decades down the line he would say the same thing about having sons. There are no sons when the trio's tag titles are on the line.
So yeah, the next match upcoming here: X-Pac and Kane versus the New Age Outlaws.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yada,
children
yada,
of all
yada,
ages.
Yada, yada.
The most interesting part is that Road Dogg does his entire fucking spiel. But Billy Gunn refuses to finish.
I would say that stupid line.
He won't say that I've got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Yeah. He's like, fuck that. Billy Gunn just has taken his serious pills this morning, I guess.
They're about to try to make him a serious singles competitor. The one Billy Gunn.
Yeah. That's definitely.
He's going to win King of the Ring. The Rock is going to bury
the shit out of him. What the fuck, brother?
And he's just Billy Gunn is about to never get over as a single star.
That's so unfortunate, dude. Oh, you hate to see it.
But, I mean, this match is all right.
It's easily the best match on the show.
Sure. It's like the longest match. It's clearly the best match.
Yeah.
They kind of play it as like Road Dogg and X-Pac can be, or like, friendly exhibitioning each other.
Oh my god, the work rate is work rate.
Yeah, they're working, they're staying friendly. At one point they do a stare down spot, and they both do like suck it to each other in like friendly camaraderie.
Yeah,
and then in comparison, Billy Gunn is the most serious. I'm
gonna
kill you.
Billy gets in the ring and goes titty to titty with X-Pac.
Yeah.
And then X-Pac backs up a little. Kane fucking pulls him by the hair into their corner and gets the blind tag.
And obviously, whenever Kane is in the ring, Kane's just whooping ass.
Yeah, Jim Cornette remarks how pound for pound, Kane is certainly doing all of the pounding right now. It's certainly funny hearing Jim fucking Cornette talk about wrestlers pounding each other.
Yeah.
Amazing. Kane, also, more on the Kane as an abusive partner. He's apparently just habitually late to his tag matches with X-Pac. Like, he just doesn't show up until partway through the matches half the time. What the shit? That's such a crazy angle. Why are they doing Kane oversleeping his alarm as a gimmick? What the shit? And X-Pac just takes it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why X-Pac puts up with Kane. I mean, I guess he figures, if Kane is pretty unstoppable nearly by himself. So I'm willing to put up with that for tag gold.
Yeah, he knows X-Pac won't write him up for being late, I guess. But yeah, one of these days, a motherfucker will learn not to celebrate too hard after knocking Kane on his back, because Road Dogg eventually gets back in the ring. He's going up against Kane. He's able to knock Kane's ass down.
He does the shake, rattle, and roll punches.
And Kane, and he turns his back and starts celebrating. Kane, of course, sit up spot, stands back up. Kane does like 2 different sit-up spots in this match. Well, the second one is like it's just so like nonchalant too. They're just like, yeah, Kane's just fucking invincible. You're gonna die.
Yeah. So at one point, Kane goozles Road Dogg, and then he also goozles X-Pac.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know why you can't tell who X-Pac is, Kane.
He definitely can't tell. He just likes beating up his tag partner because he's abusive.
No. Billy Gunn stops it, though. Double clothesline off the ropes by Kane to the New Age Outlaws. Kane is goozles Billy Gunn. Road Dogg low blows Kane, and to where then Billy Gunn can hit the Fame Asser. X-Pac has to break up the pin on this. Kane is beating up Billy Gunn while X-Pac does a Bronco Buster to Road Dogg in the corner. That was funny.
Yeah.
Then the main finish here, though, is Gunn. Billy Gunn's beating up X-Pac, and he gets up X-Pac into a press slam, over his head. Kane in the background uppercuts Road Dogg. Road Dogg falls over, accidentally hits Billy Gunn in the leg, and this causes Billy Gunn to fall. X-Pac falls onto Billy Gunn and pins him for the win.
Yeah, that was fucking great. So the weirdest ass malfunction at the junction into a pin I think I've ever seen.
Like I guess for the story it's fine, but it's so like random.
It's so convoluted.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
But whatever.
Solid match though. I will give them that. Obviously, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac all have insanely tremendous in-ring chemistry with each other. So and Kane is as much as I fucking hate Glenn Jacobs. He's a solid worker, so he's able to kind of fill in too. So these four guys actually allowed to put together a straightforward match. Shockingly, it's actually all right. So that was nice. That was nice. We go backstage and Billy Gunn is not taking this.
Road Dogg is trying to be like, hey man, we'll get him next time. And Billy Gunn's like, the fuck we are.
No,
I quit.
Fuck you. Yeah. He's just like, rematches are a thing. No, fuck you. And then he storms off looking for X-Pac.
Billy Gunn has quit the New Age Outlaws.
Yes, he's done. The fucking D-Gen X is officially like fully disbanded.
It is completely falling apart. It will not be back, and it will stay gone for like a year.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
They reform under the McMahon Helmsley regime.
Yeah, I
forgot about evil corporate DX, which feels very against the point, but also very appropriate. I think.
Without a doubt.
The Gen X rebellious D-Gen X.
Turning
corporate eventually.
Oh no, it's poetic. Oh shit, I have to like it. Yeah, so that's fucking crazy.
And then here we go.
We're here for the Brood. Keep forgetting that.
Doc Hendricks, which for those of you who don't know, is Michael Hayes of the Freebirds.
Yeah, what?
He became an interview backstage guy in the WWE. They changed his name to Doc Hendricks. I don't know why.
Yeah, but they just don't acknowledge that it's Michael Hayes, except we'll get there.
So Doc introduces the Brood.
The Brood.
Dun, dun,
they make
dun,
their
dun,
entrance.
Dun. We have to appreciate this now. This is the last time we get to see this entrance before they ruin everything they've ever built here. So we got to appreciate this. Coming out through the ring of fire.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
The red viscous liquid. Just say blood. Just say blood.
They're not vampires that drink blood. They are living a gothic lifestyle that drinks red viscous fluid.
Have you ever tried not being a vampire?
Oh man, missed opportunity with that.
Fucking hell.
So they gotta just go straight into it here. They're breaking their silence and oh shit.
Oh my
So let's just start
God.
with Gangrel. So Gangrel goes, initially, the Brood has not spoken by our own choice. And then later, it was forbidden by The Undertaker. I wrote in the last.
Once again, I need to emphasize that Austin's delivery is far more compelling and believable than what Gangrel has, like, no projection, is slurring his words, no fucking diction.
And he just sounds like a dude from Florida,
he is. Like a dude, just some guy.
Well, when the Brood entered this world, we craved the guidance, the guiding light to show the way. And that was The Undertaker. Well, unfortunately, The Undertaker's thoughts and feelings were not the same as ours.
Yeah. Who the fuck let Tommy Wiseau's unholy demon spawn theater kid on stage? Holy shit.
Where in the darkness, we seek a much different light. We live our collective lifestyles for who we are and what we believe in. And this surge, I don't know why he slurred shirts like that.
What the fuck is happening?
And this
what are you saying?
Search of the mystery of life in the hereafter. And the power is what we seek. And it's within all of us. And we just have to unleash it.
Fucking laugh.
I I don't even know what he's trying to say.
What does this mean?
The front half is just like, okay.
Sure. The Brood initially has not spoken by our own choice. Good.
Yeah.
And then they tried to demo their promo skills for Taker, and Taker said, maybe not. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, and then they're out here trying to talk about they living their collective lifestyles for what they believe in. And it's like, it feels like it's trying to be mysterious and deep. This is the most I'm 14 and this is deep dialogue I've ever heard. It feels like it's trying to be mysterious and cool, and it just makes them look like dorks.
I know, and it's so like, and the way they refuse to just fucking say they're vampires, that makes it so much worse.
No,
it's a lifestyle choice.
It takes real talent to be able to write characters like this and not make them come off as cringy losers,
bro. It's so
this
insane.
Was not it.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, so that was terrible.
Doc's like, all right, and then Doc is like, well, some people just don't understand your lifestyle, but some people think say the Brood is
Hell be Dracula out here. Landmark Supreme Court decision.
Oh my god. Yeah, Doc Henry doesn't approve of this alternative lifestyle.
Yeah, why? Oh my god. Okay.
And then he's like, but some people think the Brood is off the charts.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah, and for some reason, this has me maybe a little convinced they're piping in crowd noise, because people are still popping in the crowd. No fucking way this crowd is not booing these fuckers out of the goddamn building.
Way. There's no way no one gives a fuck what's happening.
No way they're not eating these fuckers alive for this awful promo.
So he tries to interview Christian.
And Christian, like a smart person, does not speak.
he just turns away.
He's just Christian does the right thing. Just say no.
He realizes Christian sees how this promo is going and says, I do not want to be attached to this. I'm not going to.
Holy shit. And then
Edge is here coming at it with the complete opposite energy of Gangrel.
Yeah, so at least he has some charisma.
He's trying to be dark and weird, and he is.
Oh my god,
dork. He's not as bad as Gangrel.
No, but he comes off like a fucking dork.
They will understand. Understanding is just a matter of time.
See, if he had just stopped there, that would have been fine. Right. Maybe a little heavy-handed, but it would have been fine. But then he keeps going.
The power lies within us.
Okay.
And it's up to us to find it.
What?
We are who we are.
We are what we are. You're not beating the allegations here, guys.
The unholy trio. And we will become what we will become.
What is that? Que sera is the Brood's motto, I guess. What does que sera mean? It's sort of a non sequitur.
That line lives rent free in my head, along with the one he ends on. For those who believe will follow. For those that don't will merely exist.
What?
What?
So what? You're just gonna let the infidels be?
Yeah, man.
What? Yeah, live and let live is c'est la vie. Que sera. The libertine Brood out here with their alternative lifestyle.
So Doc, I suggest that you beware. Take care, because the freaks come out at night.
You're not beating the allegations. Why are they queer coding this? I mean, again, nothing wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't think you guys are achieving what you think you're achieving here. Holy shit.
This promo, one of the most infamously bad promos of all time. And I have to agree with it. Because
holy shit.
It's bad.
This is awful.
And I've heard worse promos, but it is rare to find a promo that just completely kills someone's entire
gimmick.
That's difficult to do.
Bro, fucking momentum black hole Brood promo.
And you're never getting it back.
Never ever.
This is it.
Yeah, like somehow Edge and Christian went on to have they somehow didn't get all of the release because
Edge
of this.
And Christian completely reinvent themselves and become dorks with kazoos. And managed to be one of the best tag teams of all time and make it out of this alive.
Somehow, Gangrel wasn't so lucky.
No, Gangrel was fucked. This is it for him, I think.
He's so done. Oh, that's so fucking funny.
It's impressive how Edge and Gangrel managed to do bad promos in completely different ways.
I know.
In this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And I think that's why Edge made it out unscathed. Christian made it out unscathed because he did not talk. Yeah. Thank God for that. Edge at least has some charisma. Gangrel, he's just like, he seems like he has stage fright.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It just kills every amount of aura. He had this great aura about him, and then this just fucking
the ring of fire, the goblet of red viscous fluid.
He's got a great look, and then he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like, he has never, like, people talk about like supernatural characters and the problems of like making them look too much like normal dudes.
Yeah.
This never ever in wrestling has a supernatural-ish character been made to look more like a normal dude than Gangrel talking.
Yeah, like they just picked this dude up from the fucking Renaissance fair or something. He's just some guy. So that was terrible. And yet somehow this is the other two men involved in this promo just had one of the craziest fucking like long-standing character story matches I have ever seen this past week. I don't know how the fuck Edge and Christian managed to come out of this, the mega stars that they did.
Yeah.
But holy God, thank God they did.
Christian overcame Vince not liking him and thinking he was ugly.
What the shit?
Yeah,
how do you think that young Christian Cage? How do you think that now Christian Cage is ugly? How do you ever think that Christian Cage
All
is
I
ugly?
know is that at one point Vince McMahon suggested the gimmick they should do for Christian is put a blue dot over his face whenever he is on stage.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, somehow Vince McMahon is, I mean, not shocked that Vince McMahon has weird standards for male attractiveness, but to think that either Edge or Christian are unattractive people is just delusional, just utterly delusional. Objectively two of the sexiest men in all of wrestling. Just holy shit.
Yeah, so as I said, the Edge part of this promo, I remember like half of it all the time of the we will become who we will become, and the freaks come out at night.
and then we cut back to Gangrel because torture.
Doc is like, you know what? I think this is all just a gimmick.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, what are you shooting around here?
Boy, does Gangrel shoot back.
And then Gangrel, he just talks whatever, but then he's like, he calls Doc Michael.
Yeah, isn't that right?
Michael. To the point where Jim Cornette pipes up on commentary that Doc Hendricks was part of the Freebirds as Michael Hayes.
Yeah. Cornette, he almost sounds surprised that he needs to bring that up. He's like, what the fuck? Yeah, so we're just shooting at each other right now.
But then Brood, the lights go down and they turn red and they beat up Doc and they do the blood
they supposedly beat up Doc. From what what it looks like to me is that the Brood and Doc go to completely opposite ends of the ring during the strobe light blackout. Yeah, they allegedly attack Michael Hayes.
And then the lights go out and they drop the blood bath.
Yeah, how the fuck are they able to call that the blood bath, but it's
they call it the Brood bath.
I swear to God, they said blood bath.
Well, I think they call it. They'll say that's blood, but I think they call it the Brood.
So why
bath.
do they call it blood there, but not when he drinks
They're like they have some weird standard where they can carry a motherfucker, and we can be like, yeah, that's blood, but if they allegedly drink it, they gotta like be weird.
It's
and
red,
not,
viscous
and not,
liquid,
and not call out that it's blood.
That's so weird. Also, it sure is convenient that the Brood bath grass happen on the outside of the ring, so they don't. So convenient for cleanup. They don't have to clean up a giant mess of blood in the ring.
WCW would not learn this lesson.
They would not. The fuck. The carry spot.
No, they would also do the carry spot, but Vince Russo was like, "Fuck it, we'll do it in the middle of the ring."
I know. Outstanding. Just isn't that considerate of the Brood to make cleanup easier on the arena staff?
Yeah, but wokey dokey.
Oh God!
Backstage, right. Billy Gunn is just searching for X-Pac. He's gonna be doing that most of the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Kevin Kelly interviews Ken Shamrock in the locker room.
Yeah, we reveal that Ken Shamrock is going to have a street fight with fucking Bradshaw tonight.
They said that at the top when they were running.
I missed the street fight part. But at this point I looked at the timer because I was like, we have 25 minutes left in this episode and 3 matches to go. Oh, how are we going to fit? And one of them is a street fight, and another one of them is a tag match between the four biggest stars in this company. How are we going to fit this all in?
Well, we see how. But Ken Shamrock is like, Bradshaw's been a pain in my backside tonight. He will pay for that. He was born on the street. He was raised to fight.
The Mean Street Posse of Greenwich, Connecticut says, a street? You were lucky to have a street.
Yeah. Shamrock says he's going to break Bradshaw's arms. He's going to break his legs. He's going to break his spirit. And then after that, he's going to beat him some more. Honestly, not terrible promo from Ken Shamrock.
No, I mean, Ken Shamrock's a good promo.
People broadly don't talk about Ken Shamrock as a promo guy, probably because they mostly think of him as Rage Monster.
Yeah.
But, he's actually all right when he has to be a normal person.
Yeah, he's a good promo. I like him. I actually quite like Ken Shamrock overall. And
Ken Shamrock is great. I think if Ken Shamrock could come up in literally any era except the Attitude Era, he could have been so huge.
Imagine getting Ken Shamrock in the modern era. Holy shit! Yeah. Especially in like an AEW company where they focus more on the work.
But even in WWE, the way they treat the MMA
guys.
People,
oh yeah,
he could have been such a big star.
Baby.
He just came up in this era where they are looking for a specific kind of vibe. And Shamrock, only when he's like rah rage monster, does he really fit that vibe.
Bro, it's so unfortunate. But yeah, Shamrock, I do quite like Shamrock overall. Yeah, and then do we get a Bradshaw promo?
No,
okay.
No, we do not.
I have a note here. This, I guess, was just an observation of mine. Maybe it was during the entrances. It is crazy to me how, in comparison, Bradshaw's Bradshaw's gimmick before the Acolyte thing he's just some guy, and then now
he's just a cowboy guy.
But now he's just some cultist.
Yeah,
upgrades people.
And then he's going to become Fox News business analyst.
Yeah, see, and that is easily the best version of him. As much as I fucking hate it. But yeah, that's so. This match is happening, I guess. The shout out to the random shirtless high schoolers in the front row who think they're hard as they scream for them. These kids are fucking twigs, but they're flexing in the background. You can see they're gonna go crazy for this street fight. Mm-hmm. So Ken Shamrock starts off the match. This is a quick. This is quick as fuck.
Oh my god! I will say though is that Jim Cornette brings up how Ken Shamrock was a big star in UFC, which feels like a weird thing to We're in that period where the UFC wasn't the mainstream phenomenon it was now.
Yeah.
That was really bolstered by the Ultimate Fighter, in that era of MMA. So now it's still it's not quite underground. It's in that category of people know about it, but because of how dangerous it is.
Seriously.
Because early UFC really portrayed itself as being basically no fucking rules.
Yeah.
And so people were so much moral panic over UFC.
Which I guess that's an appropriate way to introduce Ken Shamrock for a street fight like this. Mm-hmm. Except Ken Shamrock starts off this fucking match trying to do submission holds.
Yeah, I honestly would have laughed my ass off if Bradshaw tapped out nearly immediately to the like they build up the street fight thing and then he just gets him in the knee bar.
Yeah, well, what we get is not much better. We get a single weapon involved in this street fight.
No, they throw each other into the stairs a couple times, but then Bradshaw gets this baseball bat. He's been doing a baseball bat thing recently.
Just as a thing for it.
Yeah, and so he starts attacking Shamrock with the bat, but then Shamrock gets the bat. And he locks in a chokehold on Bradshaw with the bat, and then he knocks out Bradshaw, and that's how he wins.
Just fucking done.
It's so quick.
I will say it is crazy to see a chokeout spot with a baseball bat because he's not holding the bat around Bradshaw's neck. He's like holding it to the side of his neck as a
almost
sort of,
as if he's not trying to hurt Bradshaw.
Yeah, like it's portrayed as like him using it to like get some kind of leverage and really lock it in. It's decently effective, even if it would be cooler to get like the baseball bat there. But like, oh yeah, dude, this street fight where we get a single baseball bat out, we barely fucking hit each other with it, and we use it indirectly for a chokehold to win the match. Oh yeah, when I thought Ken Shamrock and Bradshaw in a street fight, this is what I was fucking imagining.
Like these are two dudes who could have beat the shit out of each other.
Oh my god, I know.
But
they were both in the Brawl for All, right?
Yeah, this is the one good thing. Not Shamrock wasn't in the Brawl for All.
Oh, he wasn't.
He had better sense than that.
He was doing the Owen Hart shit.
He had better sense than that.
Yup.
But Bradshaw, the one good thing he does is just beat the shit out of people for real in matches.
I know. And just no.
He didn't get to do shit here. And Shamrock.
And so immediately I was like, oh, this is how we fit the last 3 matches. 25 minutes.
They're all going to be short as hell.
Oh, yes, they will.
Yeah, so Shamrock refuses to let go of the hold. And so the WWF officials are out to break it up. And Sergeant Slaughter is there because he's still technically an official.
Oh my god.
And Shamrock just beats the shit out of Sergeant Slaughter with the bat.
Based.
Great.
Yeah. So
Kevin Kelly is in the boiler room with Mankind. And Mankind is like, he suddenly had this feeling that maybe we should call this off. Let bygones be bygones. And then I realized if I did that, I'd be out of a job.
Yeah, Mankind explicitly calls out that we're trying to appeal to all of the new viewers.
Yeah, because he introduced himself to the UPN audience.
Yeah, we get a lore drop.
Lore drop. I hang out in the boiler room because I like the ambiance. I wear a leather mask because it helps me sell little dolls.
Yeah, wait. So apparently the Mankind mask is because it sells merch?
Bro.
What the fuck?
Now it is. Now that's why he wears it.
Retcon. That's a hell of a decision.
I wear a shirt and tie because it looks so damn good. And I will shove this rancid sock that looks like me down the collar of the big boss man because I can and because the fans seem to enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah.
He gets this statistic because I can and because the fans enjoy it quite a bit.
I know. The mask is to sell merch and Mr. Sacco is to get pops. What the shit? Yeah,
Cheap Heat Mankind is already here.
I can see.
Cheap Pop Mankind is already here.
I can see why Vince McMahon tried to. Maybe this is Vince McMahon's influence still taking roost inside of him. Is like, I'm a very business-minded mankind these days. Yeah. Apparently, also.
Have a nice day.
Well, and also, I noticed. He has a new Mr. Sacco. This is not like standard white.
Yeah, this is
Mr.
one
Sacco.
where
this is
like
Mankind
the
branded.
face is on. This is WWEshop.com. Fucking Mankind sock.
Oh my god! So I guess Mr. Sacco helps sell merch too.
Fucking hell. Man, they can sell so many literal socks to people.
The worst part is, I would buy a Mankind sock.
In '99, I probably would have bought.
In 2024, sock. I would buy Mankind socks. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn! My whole thing is goofy socks. I can't ignore it. Man. Fuck, they got me.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. And then we just hear Billy Gunn
rampaging
through the back.
Where are Xbox? And then Mankind goes, "Jeez, what a whiner."
I love Mick Foley.
So then Shane is having a rah-rah speech with the corporate ministry backstage. He's just like, look at this group that I have assembled.
Oh my God.
I'm so awesome.
Tonight, Stone Cold and The Rock will feel the wrath of the most omnipotent force ever created in the WWF, the corporate ministry. Yeah! Created by me. Chip off the old fucking block is Shane McMahon. Created by me. That's right. That's right up there with Mankind going, yeah, because the fans seem to like it.
Yeah, because the fans seem to like it.
This is the corporate ministry trademark. Shane McMahon. Copyright.
Alrighty. Then the next match is the Big Boss Man.
Bro, you know Boss Man is heel now because he has a shitty generic instrumental theme song that is incalculably worse than Hard Times.
Yeah, he's in all black SWAT gear.
Oh, I miss his old theme.
He twirls the nightstick.
He learned. Cool. I guess in his intervening time between the Golden Era and now, he learned nightstick tricks.
Yeah.
So he can do police brutality with more flair.
Yeah. Versus Mankind. This match is so quick.
Oh my fucking
Mankind
God.
hits the butterfly DDT. Then he pulls out Mr. Socko.
Immediately pulls out Socko. And of course, Boss Man is very scared of Mr. Socko. So just scrambles the fuck out.
I get it. If some dude pulled a sock out of the front of his pants.
Yeah, but
and tried to stick it down my mouth.
Boss Man is supposed to be hard, brother. Why?
I'm just saying I get it. I wouldn't want that thing.
Oh, sure, but when you okay, fine. It does not help him look cool. Is all I'm saying.
The mandible claw has gone from I am choking at pressure points in your mouth
to stinky.
To you are sticking a dirty sock down my throat.
Poopy. Fucking hell. So Test runs in.
Test runs in and throws Big Boss Man back in the ring.
Enemy of my enemy, yada yada yada.
And then Mankind goes for a roll up, does not win off of this. And Boss Man tries to run away again, and then the whale comes out.
Shot.
He tosses Boss Man back in the ring, and then Foley gets.
And then I don't know if you caught this on commentary. Cornette calls him Paul White.
Well, yeah, I think the first couple of he came into the WWF as the Big Show Paul White.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they called him Paul White in the first few months.
I thought that was like a slip up from Cornette.
No, the first few months he's Paul White. They will eventually drop that part. He can just be the Big Show.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes more sense. Because I was like, what the fuck is up with the shoot names tonight? Jesus.
Yeah, but Foley gets the dub on the Boss Man. Then Billy Gunn finally finds X-Pac in the place you'd least expect, in the locker room.
Really?
Yeah, so he just starts beating on X-Pac until Kane runs in and tosses him out of the room.
See, this is and X-Pac is like, oh, my hero, all is forgiven. I guess this is how they stay together. So somehow X-Pac and Kane are the tag team that stayed together tonight. I don't understand.
Sure. Then the main event, Triple H and The Undertaker versus The Rock and Stone Cold Steve
my God.
Austin.
Okay. Triple H makes his entrance with I guess the whole corporate ministry, or does Triple H enter first and then
Triple H
enters first. Triple H is soaking, including his shirt. Did he just fucking dump oil on himself? But did he forget to properly oil up, so he just took the bath?
Oh shit, we gotta be quick.
Because his shirt is fucking dripping, I swear to God. And then Undertaker makes his entrance right alongside Shane McMahon. Jim Cornette. It was one of the, I can't remember if it was Cornette or Cole on commentary, remarks, I never thought I'd seen Shane McMahon and Undertaker shoulder to shoulder. Haha. Just wait till all the ways you get to see him in WrestleMania 32, baby.
The fucking lockbox.
Oh boy. And then good guy entrance. I love how deeply normal the "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking" stinger is. Like normally it's "Do you smell?"
They got progressively more ridiculous as time went on here. The original version is like, "Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?"
It's so normal. Hi, how are you?
The Rock says, "Know your damn role."
Hi, how are you? Or if we want to take it to South Park, do you know what I am saying?
Yeah, they will get more aggressive. the if you smell what the Rock is cooking. That's his modern 2011.
Oh shit! Well, there we go. So anyway, Triple H and then Stone Cold makes his entrance. Nothing of note.
Well, the Rock starts fighting with Triple H.
You're right.
Stone Cold comes out.
Yeah, Triple H and Taker just fucking gang up on Rock. I forgot about that.
And then
the bell even rings.
And then this glass breaks, and Austin comes out.
It's a surprise that more heel tag teams don't
attempt to do that.
Yeah,
they believe in sportsmanship.
I guess, except when they don't.
Yeah, whatever. So Austin comes out. Triple H goes to meet him at the ramp. Austin chucks his belt off and just starts wailing on Triple H. This match is 5 minutes at best.
Oh my god! I took exactly, and I was excited for this fucking match too. I thought, okay,
this is actually a pretty insane match. It is the first tag match of the corporate ministry with their two top names versus the first ever pairing of The Rock and Stone Cold.
This is them taking full advantage of their of the main event of the first ever SmackDown. I was like, okay, this is actually going to be kind of fucking cool. I got exactly one match note, which is a funny moment where Taker is just chilling in the court. Triple H is the legal man, and I think Austin is the legal man for the good guys. The Undertaker is chilling in the corner, resting his boot just casually up on the top the ring post.
He was trying to set up for Triple H to throw Austin into his boot.
Well, I know, but it's funny that he just has his boot just chilling up on top of the ring row, and Triple H just runs Austin's head into it. That's funny. But then, oh my god! Also, we got a note on commentary of Rock's. They note that Rock is only 26. Fuck me. Yeah. And that his best years are still ahead of him. Just look at 2024, baby.
That part as a wrestler, no, I'm afraid to tell you his best years are not ahead of him.
No.
Not for the reasons you might imagine me saying that in 99.
Yes. But yeah, no. But no, look at 2024. His best years are still coming down the pike, baby.
Absolutely. Go smoke some more crack.
Who was on correct? Yeah, so, but this doesn't matter because it's the Attitude Era, and Vince Russo hates wrestling.
Yeah, no, this is just 5 minutes of back and forth.
5 minutes of back and forth.
Until eventually the entire corporate ministry runs out.
Messy ending, why the fuck should we give a shit?
The only thing of real intrigue is this Rock babyface turn that's happening. As the crowd, the Rocky chants, the fact that he sets up for the Rock bottom and everyone goes fucking nuts.
This could have been so cool. And they made it a fucking sub-5 with a messy ending that takes up more time than the match did. It's only the craziest tag match that has ever been booked on all of WWE TV. But having clean endings is for nerds, bro.
You have to have a real contempt for wrestling to set up a tag match between maybe the four top stars of the company. At the very minimum, top two with Rock and Stone Cold. It's debatable where you think Undertaker and Triple H fit on the ladder. But the top two guys from your new top bad guy faction versus your top two baby faces in a tag main event, that to make it go sub-5 and just be a lead-in to a shenanigans all-out brawl to end the show. Again, real contempt. You have to have a real contempt for wrestling for that to be how you book that.
And I know a lot has changed between now and then, but holy fuck, an entire generation of wrestling fans were brought up on believing that this is what the fuck wrestling is. Oh my god, I hate Vince Russo so fucking much. This actually gets me heated. This could have been amazing, but instead we got this dumb bullshit. Because who the fuck gives about wrestling? Who cares when we can fucking when we just can pop the audience on stupid run-in bullshit? Holy shit!
Now, absolutely awful.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So again, they do the DQ bullshit. And the entire corporate ministry is there, and then Test, Shamrock, and Big Show, the future union,
indeed,
run in,
but
and
not that kind of union, brother.
They run off the entire corporate ministry which feels like that kind of buries them a little bit.
Yeah, wrong.
Like there are 3 of the union here, and there is like a dozen.
10 of the ministry.
Yeah, how many's in the? Let me count the ministry now. The corporate ministry would be China, Boss Man,
Mean Street Posse.
It's 4 of that. 4 in the Mean Street Posse, and then it's Viscera, Midian, and the Acolytes. So there's 8 members,
and then plus AAA.
I was not counting the people who are supposed to be there.
I guess, but even then,
yeah, there is 8 people ran in for the corporate ministry, and they got chased off by 3 dudes.
And maybe fucking Paul Bearer comes in and clocks someone with an urn, like he can contribute too. But no, the Mick Foley, Big Show, and fucking Test are enough to run off all of their asses. Are you kidding me? I didn't even think about that, but you're entirely right. That's a bunch of bullshit. So
the union clears out the ministry. Rock starts brawling with Triple H on the outside. They go over the barricade and just complete. Then it's Austin and Taker in the ring.
Of course.
Taker goozles Austin and he hits the choke slam. Shane is at ringside about to offer give Taker a chair. In runs Vince to deck Shane in the face.
Just
oh my god!
His son right.
Oh my god! He clocked his son.
It was really funny to just see him straight up punch Shane in the face, and Shane just falls on his ass.
So then Taker has the chair. He's about to hit. He's about to hit Austin with it. Vince goes in the ring, grabs the chair from Taker. Taker hits Vince in the head, unprotected style, with the chair. Vince just does not get his hands up at all for this. He just eats the entire chair shot. Concussion immediately. And then Stone Cold Stunner to take Undertaker. Shane runs in the ring and starts punching Vince, who's unconscious. And then Austin steps over to him. And Shane's like, oh, no. He tries to run away. Austin grabs at his jacket, and they run around the ring in a circle for a few minutes. And then Austin, all right. Stunner, bam, bam.
Bam, bam. Yeah, I do really want to emphasize the unprotected chair shot that Vince McMahon took to the head. Oh, yeah, dude. This was the Howard Powers dastardly plan all along.
To get hit in the head with a chair.
Unprotected. Just fun. Absolutely. This was not a retcon. What are those? Yeah, everyone beats up on everyone. Everyone eats everyone else's finishers. It doesn't matter. Fucking kill me. Holy
Stone
shit.
Stone Cold gets the Steve Weisers. He's drinking the beer.
Oh,
and
God.
Another episode.
Steve Weiser after this. Holy
another
shit.
Episode of watching Attitude Era WWF.
This is not for me.
No, every time I think maybe this time, it'll no.
I've accepted that I don't like it, but there is also always a part of me that's like, maybe there will be something for me to enjoy on this one. Maybe there's going to be one segment.
Rarely.
There's always like half a segment, maybe.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
No, Attitude Era continues to just be completely antithetical to what I like about wrestling.
The worst.
So, okay, whatever. We're done here.
Thank God. Yeah, all of this we should have just fucking watched the goddamn Dynamite episode. And fucking hell. I keep forgetting we were supposed to be focusing on Christian and Edge here. No, nothing.
No, I did appreciate we're getting to talk about one of the shitty Brood promo.
It was funny, but also fucking
good.
Holy
times.
Shit. Oh my God. Yeah, God, don't watch this, guys.
No, it's really not worth it. I don't think.
If you're drunk and want a good laugh, Godspeed. But holy shit, this was bad. This was how the fuck did and Vince McMahon looked at this and said, "Yeah,
the audience of 1999 was
like
very differently than this."
Oh my, yeah, the fuck they were. Holy shit.
No, that's it for us here on this one. Next time, we're heading back to TNA.
Oh,
because last time we were here, we had the unfortunate implications of the Claire Lynch AJ Styles affair, where AJ did not remember his night with Claire at all, and Claire took a bunch of pictures of him basically unconscious in bed. And so you be the judge of what you think that implies.
I'm just gonna pretend like we're not focusing on that. We just focus on the fucking Bound for Glory series. Yeah. You said that one. It's stupid half the time, but at least the matches are fun enough.
Well, I'll tell you this. This time, this on this next episode we're watching. I mean, Claire is pregnant, which of course means that she is having a baby. And what? How in the modern day could you have a baby without having a baby shower? So, next up, it's Claire Lynch's baby shower. Next time on the Noobs and Knockouts podcast.
Kill me. Just end it. Just there is no help. I am trapped here with this man. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him before in my life. I have been brought here, like some other people, I have been brought into this against my will. I have no recollection of agreeing to it. Help me. Jesus. Okay, well, that's going to be crazy. And by crazy, I mean probably terrible.
Who knows? No. So that's for next time. Until then, David, hit the plug.
Yes, sir. Okay, dear friends, thank you all so much for joining us in yet another episode of the Noobs and Knockouts podcast. We are so delighted to have you here. Returning listeners, viewers, what have you. You all know the drill. Thank you all so much for once again welcoming us back into your eardrums, your eyeballs, whatever the hell it is you use to consume our content. You know, blah, 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 blah. Just thanks for being here. We love you guys. New people, hey, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We here at the Noobs and Knockouts podcast like to think we are friendly to both noobs and knockouts alike. So whether you're brand new to the wild, wacky world of wrestling or you're a veteran of all the weird bullshit, either way, we hope you had a great time here. We hope things feel accessible to you here. We hope you want to keep coming back to have a great time with us week after week after week, and I'm going to make sure you know all the ways to do so. First and foremost, of course, you can find us on YouTube. We are the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on YouTube. Hit subscribe, ring that bell, make sure it turns a nice little solid color so you get notifications every single time we drop a brand new episode. Give us all of that sweet engagement of likes, comments, etc. Check out all of our playlists. Austin has been kind enough to organize all of the storylines that we follow into their own separate playlists so you can follow something all the way down without having to skip around a whole lot. It's great. And on top of that, you can see our beautiful, lovely faces on the video version. This majestic bushlight eagle that hangs above us for this very special episode. Robbie and I work hard to make our house a home. All that good stuff. Enjoy. Of course, though, if you are a fan of the audio-only experience, we have you covered there as well. You can find the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on 3 of the best places to find your podcast: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Give us a listen there. Download our show so you can listen to us offline. Give us the sweet engagement in the forms of likes and reviews that, tell people that we're pretty cool. Maybe some nice 5 stars if you're willing to throw it our way. Maybe some kind words that we're pretty cool. More people should be checking us out. Just a thought I'm having, just an idea. No pressure. Sure. No pressure. Yeah. Either way, just if you enjoy our show online, offline, whatever it is, on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. But of course, we exist outside of this void that we find ourselves in week after week. There are a few other places on the interwebs where you can find us. Primarily, of course, is our Twitter account. You can find us at Noobs and Knox Pod on Twitter. That's at Noobs, the letter N, Knox Pod on Twitter. Come check us out there. We do the whole Twitter thing. We do wrestling memes. We engage in the mind-melting IWC discourse. We put up a post every single time we drop a brand new episode, so you guys always know what the hell is going on. Highlight of our Twitter is, of course, weekly wrestling, live tweeting every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS. We are watching and tweeting about AEW Dynamite, talking all that good shit about what Tony Khan has to offer us. On top of that, my being the rabid AEW mark that I am, whenever we have the chance to, on Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on TBS, aside from this past week, please God, don't put Rampage on Wednesdays, please. Every Friday night at TBS, may it stay that way, God willing, 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT, we are watching and tweeting about AEW Rampage, and then every Saturday night when I am either available / when it's on, again, not this weekend, we are watching and tweeting about AEW Collision, 8 p.m. Eastern, TNT. all that good stuff. I love to talk about all that shit. On top of that, Austin, being the knockout that he is, likes to follow all of the 3 major American companies, let you know what the hell's going on with them. Sometimes he watches and tweets about them. We do this for a number of reasons. Austin is the knockout. This is his whole shtick. We like to tell all the noobs in our audience about all the things that are going on in the wrestling world. So if you're trying to get into it, we kind of let you know what some of your biggest options are, give you kind of a sampler platter to choose from. It's also our chance in the show to talk about the world of modern wrestling a little bit. So my friend, what is on the docket coming up?
Well, let's get this out of the way because I think it's time. It's that time of year.
Is it that time of year?
I think it is.
Oh boy, howdy gee whiz.
So let's just quickly get this out of the way.
Oh baby.
AEW has a pay-per-view on April 21st. AEW Dynasty. And
Indeed.
TNA every week you can watch them Thursdays 8 p.m. on Access TV or 8:30 with a YouTube on Thursdays with a YouTube sub. They got a pay-per-view upcoming Rebellion.
Indeed.
But listen.
Oh dear.
It's that time of year.
Oh my.
It's WrestleMania
Oh
season.
shit. Oh god.
So
we are having some mania about wrestling, people. Hunker down.
WWE WrestleMania, it's on Peacock April 6th and 7th, and we'll talk about it. But during the week of WrestleMania, there are a shitload of indie shows that happen all week long. And we're going to cover the WrestleMania week schedule, show by show.
Holy shit.
And if there are any wrestlers that I know well enough to be like, hey, dudes, these guys are fucking awesome. You should watch them wrestle. I will be letting you know. So let's go ahead and start.
Oh, baby. All right. Hunker down, folks.
Wednesday, April. Now, every one of these places, okay, I did write down for different reasons how you can watch all of these shows. Broadly, you can watch most of them on Fight TV, aka Triller TV, that's rebranded now. They've made a Fight TV Plus subscription, and now you can just watch all the indie shows that air on Fight for like a monthly subscription. I don't know how that works economically. I really don't. But, it's better than it used to be where you had to buy every individual show at like $20 a pop.
That's true.
Or Independent Wrestling TV is another streaming service that, you guessed it, focuses on independent wrestling.
Whoa.
So again, the vast majority of what I'm going to talk about are on those two services.
Hell yeah.
I probably won't go punch by punch. You can look up the fucking shows yourself. Or, I'm using the voicesofwrestling.com article of the breakdown of the WrestleMania shows so far. That's a great resource. They have all of the shows, and they have a watch live button that'll take you directly to the website where you can watch them live. So if any of these shows catches your fancy, then you can go ahead and you can check it out from there. So let's start on Wednesday, April the 3rd. There are a couple shows on Monday and Tuesday night, but this episode will not be releasing early enough for you to watch them.
Yeah, fuck them.
So Wednesday at 5 p.m. These are all Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Labor of Love and Sean Henderson presents Wrestle John. Labor of Love is a local Philadelphia indie.
Wrestle John?
Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you want me to say?
Wrestle Toilet. The great way to kick off.
Yeah, it's just a local Philadelphia indie. Don't know a ton about it. Then also at 8 p.m. on Wednesday is Intergender Bonanza 19 Cream Mania.
Okay.
They're gonna cream so hard.
Oh, okay. That's an interpretation. Okay.
Effie's in the main event. What do you want?
God damn it. Okay, fine. I can't hate it. Fuck.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's all focus. As you might guess, it's a big focus on intergender wrestling. So if that is your bang, there you go. Thursday, April the 4th at 11 a.m. Defy Wrestling, can't deny it. Defy Wrestling, one of the biggest independent wrestling promotions in America.
True.
They're pretty much out of the Pacific Northwest, basically. Main event for this show is Kenta versus Gringo Loco for the Defy Championship.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fun. Also, we have Dragon Gate guys coming in for this show. It's a high tier indie in America. It's up there among It's as good of indie as you're going to find in American wrestling. So just good, really good indie wrestling. Labor of Love, again, doing the show Euphoria at 1 p.m. on Thursdays. Will there be any three-way makeout sessions? We don't know.
There fucking better be. Jesus, that's what wrestling's all about.
Yep. Spit swap. I'm not seeing a spit swapping makeout match.
No.
We can always get there. By the way, there are a bunch of shows that are happening in this weekend that aren't airing, as far as we can tell, live. For example, the Stardom show is not airing live, to what I can tell. It's probably going to be on Stardom streaming service, but other than that, don't see So I'm only going to mention ones you can watch live. All right.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Then at 4 p.m. on Thursday is 880 Wrestling. 880 does 215. They are a Jersey indie that is running a show. 4 p.m. on Thursday. This is the first real big one here. Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Yes. GC Dub.
Bloodsport is basically they take all the rings down. They take all the ring ropes down, and they just have a lot of hard-hitting, grapple-heavy matches.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
It's just straight up some fight pit shit happening.
Absolutely.
With wrestling. They're making a big deal. They're doing a one-night 4-women tournament with Masha Slamovich, Lady Frost, Marina Shafir, and Lindsay Snow.
Fucking crazy.
And Masha is wrestling up to 3 matches because she's doing the tournament and she's wrestling Shayna Baszler.
She's wrestling Shayna Baszler, who's appearing somehow.
WWE's Shayna Baszler is popping up on Bloodsport.
That's so fucking nuts. I still can't believe that shit.
Now, you got Timothy Thatcher versus Axel Tischer.
Nice.
That's going to be sick. Minoru Suzuki is wrestling.
Murder Grandpa.
Nick Nemeth is wrestling Speedball Mike Bailey.
Holy shit.
It's going to be wild. Josh Barnett is wrestling Johnny Bloodsport, a.k.a. Johnny
Mundo. No way.
Yep.
Yo.
Just going to be a hard-hitting fucking show. Unlike pretty much any wrestling show you're going to see. Because, again, it is all no ropes. It's all very, trying to be shooty-fighty in stylistically.
That's awesome, man.
It's a lot of fun to watch. Last year's was a lot of fun. I'm bringing this up because it was aired live last year, and maybe it will again. I don't know. The WrestleCon Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show.
Oh.
And they're not saying where you can watch this live.
Oh.
And so I don't know. I need to look this up because it's honestly one of the most stacked shows of the weekend.
Yeah.
So far, we got Rob Van Dam versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball, of course, making the rounds for Mania Week.
Absolutely. He's about to get paid. He's going to wrestle 6 times and he's make bank. I think he wrestles 4 matches on Thursday.
Holy shit. This man's getting so much fucking money Mania Week.
Yep. Masato Tanaka of ECW fame. So get ready to hear more about ECW.
Oh, fuck.
Versus Josh Alexander.
Oh, shit.
Big match. Top TNA guy. Joey Janela versus Nick Nemeth.
Yo.
Going down.
Oh.
Team CMLL versus Team Dragon Gate.
Holy
CMLL,
shit.
a top promotion in Mexico. Dragon Gate, a top promotion of Japan. A Philadelphia street fight between Paul Walterhauser, the actor, and Sammy Callahan.
Okay.
In a street fight.
Jesus Christ. Because there's fucking Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville or whatever. So they're like, I guess they're like, we can beat that from a few years ago. Holy shit.
Crazy. That match, so that's at 7 o'clock on Thursdays. Hopefully they will announce a way to watch that live, I guess. Or I'll have to see if there is something there. Because again, stacked show every year. DDT Pro Wrestling. DDT goes Philadelphia.
Yo!
8 p.m. on Thursdays. DDT Pro Wrestling is one of the goofier, bigger Japanese promotions. They do great, in-ring work for sure. Great technical wrestling, but also they're the promotion.
Yoshihashi.
Also Yoshihiko.
Pardon me.
Also, they do weird comedy bullshit all the time. They have a show where I've seen a show of theirs where they fight a battle royal in a water park. They have the heavy metalweight 24/7 belt, which has won itself.
Yeah.
Just found out that works. But also Kanose Takeshita comes from there.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy too.
So there's actual good wrestlers from DDT, but also they do wonky bullshit at the same time. Then at 11:59 p.m. on Eastern on Thursdays, aka midnight, Jersey Championship Wrestling, Jersey Championship Wrestling, and GCW versus the World. Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, pretty much the premier American indie at this point.
Oh my god!
And also, they do a lot of shows with JCW because they're both Jersey companies.
Oh shit!
And they're doing versus the World. There's a match against Dragon Gate guys. Masha Slamovich will be fighting Stardom Shuri.
Yo.
It's a big old crossover happening here. Then Friday, April the 5th, Tokyo Joshi Pro, live in Philly at 11 a.m. TJPW, pretty much the number 2 Joshi promotion going, or at the very least, it is the one with the most American exposure because TJPW has a lot of partnerships with American companies, mainly AEW.
Fair enough.
But they send their women to America a lot.
Hell yeah.
So they're a lot of fun. Again, like Tokyo Joshi Pro leans a lot into the idol culture stuff. Like I'm pretty sure they have wrestlers who like do an idol routine before the show.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think I've heard of that.
And Maki, of course, her gimmick. Maki Ito, her gimmick is being an idol performer.
Seriously.
But then they have wrestlers who just do an idol routine. It's great. Battleground Championship Wrestling, Born to Die. 1 p.m.
Born to Die.
1 p.m. Eastern on Friday. I don't know much about him, but Brian Kendrick is their champion, so all right, cool. They're doing this crazy-ass match of PCO versus Jacob Fatu versus Matt Riddle. That's an insane 3 people.
Holy shit.
To be in a match. Progress Wrestling Chapter 165, Freedom Walks Again at 3 p.m. on Friday. Progress is one of the big British wrestling companies. Like, they're probably the biggest. I think they might be the biggest Brit res company left. After that whole scene has collapsed in on itself.
That's unfortunate.
3 p.m. So if you want to check out Oi Bruv Wrestling. There you go.
Oi Bruv. It's wrestling, isn't it?
It's wrestling, in it. Also at 3 p.m. on Fridays, Wrestling Revolver and House of Glory Wrestling. House of Glory is Tommy Dreamer's hardcore fed. So you're going to get what you're going to get on that.
Holy shit.
4 p.m. Then Joey Janela's Spring Break 8 at 7 p.m. on Fridays.
This shit's going to be crazy.
Spring Break 8 is a show designed to be a meme. Like, it is designed to go viral on Twitter because of whatever weird bullshit happens. This is where they had a match between Invisible Stan and the Invisible Man.
Yes! Genetically engineered in a lab to get clicks.
Correct. And some featured matches include Masato Tanaka and Minoru Suzuki versus Rina Yamashita and Masha Slamovich.
Yo.
Murder Grandpa's balls are about to get crushed by Rina Yamashita, I'm afraid to say.
No!
They have a Dragon Gate spotlight. Nick Wayne, Jordan Oliver, and Mike Bailey, the most flippity boys on the indies you can find, versus Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, and Kerry Morton versus the Rock and Roll Express.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Gringo Loco versus Volador Jr. Shouts out to CMLL on AEW. Blake Christian is defending against Joey Janela and might actually lose the belt to him. Like, it feels like... Like
especially tonight we're going to a GC Dub show tonight, and one of Joey Janela's lackeys is fighting Blake Christian.
Sawyer Wreck, yep. And they've been building for a long time to this Joey Janela Blake Christian match. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, me neither.
And then Matt Cardona is fighting Blue Cane, which is just straight up an internet meme.
Yeah,
Blue Cane.
I know. I fucking love Blue Cane as a concept, dude. Oh man,
he's Cane but blue.
I think everyone on the internet loves Blue Cane except for Effie. Yeah. I think he's a pretty universal.
And then at 8 p.m. Eastern is Ring of Honor, Super Card of Honor.
Hell yeah, bro.
AEW's feeder promotion at this point.
Look, man, sometimes you gotta do the do.
But Ring of Honor is the legend, and we got 2 matches so far, but hell of a 2 matches.
Holy shit.
Eddie Kingston's fresh off his loss to Kazuchika Okada, for the Continental title. He's defending against Mark Briscoe, and Briscoe's beating his ass.
Oh, Briscoe is beating his... So Eddie's losing his entire fucking trip.
All the belts coming apart here.
Oh, he's about to have a psychic fucking break.
And then for the women's world title, it's Athena, who has been the long-running bully leader for women's division, against Hikaru Shida.
Holy shit, brother.
Hikaru might beat Athena, to be honest.
I don't know. That's fucking... It's going to be crazy. Holy hell.
But then, if you are someone who is a big ECW mark, and you just want to live in nostalgia, have I got a show for you. Battleground Championship Wrestling, a tribute to the Extreme 2. Featuring Tajiri versus Super Crazy.
Okay.
2 Cold Scorpio versus a Juventud Guerrero.
Okay.
Al Snow versus Shane Douglas. Team 3D versus Atsushi Onita, and to be announced,
boo,
a street fight between the Baldies and the Pitbulls. A mystery special guest referee match between Bill Alfonso, a referee and manager from ECW, versus Joel Gertner, the manager of the Dudleys.
What the shit?
Masato Tanaka versus Rhino.
Of course.
The FBI versus the Samoan Gangsta Party, Samu and Lance Anoa'i. Danny Doring versus Crowbar, straight from 2000 ECW.
Yes.
And Jason Knight, the Jason Sensation versus Alvin.
Wait, Jason Sensation?
Jason Knight, sorry.
Okay. You called him the Jason Sensation. I was like, wait, what the shit?
My bad. No, Jason Knight, the sexiest man or whatever he was.
Okay.
So if you want ECW nostalgia, they got everybody who is not in WWE who would in fact like to wrestle.
I know. That's insane.
An ECW tribute show again. How many of them can we get?
Holy hell, that's crazy, brother. Holy shit.
Then
there's more.
Of course. Then 11:59 p.m. on Friday, it's For the Culture, which is a show devoted towards focusing on African American and other wrestlers of color.
Yes.
Then Saturday, April the 6th, Effie's Big Gay Brunch 9.
Yes.
11 a.m. Big focus on queer wrestling.
I might have to watch Big Gay Brunch this year. Holy shit.
There's some big ones there. And then it was NXT Kaiju Big Battle at high noon. Which is what it sounds like.
It's at noon.
It's wrestling where they do kaiju shit.
And it's at noon.
Mm-hmm. Also noon on Saturday, NXT Stand and Deliver. WWE is finally getting their shows in here. NXT Ilya Dragunov, the NXT champion, defending against Agabagoo. The head of the family, Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT.
Austin's going to mark out so hard if Tony D'Angelo wins.
I feel like he could. I feel like Ilya could get caught up.
So we gotta... I see.
Get Tony the belt. I will be marking out real bad.
Absolutely.
They're doing NXT tag. They're still figuring out, but Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, the Wolf Dogs, will be defending their tag team championships at Stand and Deliver. Lyra Valkyria will be defending against Roxanne Perez. Lyra Valkyria, she likes birds. And has a stalker / girlfriend in Tatum Paxley.
The superior Trish Stratus Mickey James gimmick.
Sure, but unfortunately they keep malfunctioning at the junctioning.
No.
And some people think she's about to cost Lyra the belt to Roxanne, who has turned heel on the back of why don't people respect me enough?
Unfortunate.
They're doing a bit where she's like, she's not getting a title match she thinks she deserves. Other people keep jumping the line. She's like, fuck you then.
Fine, I'm going to jump the line.
And then Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. The big, they used to be best bros, but then Carmelo betrayed Trick because he thought Trick was, getting a little bit too above his station as the lackey here.
Oh, yeah, that's a great friendships are built on one of the friends being a fucking lackey to the other.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So that's probably main events because that's the big emotional hook match of the show.
That's crazy. That's the main event.
Then at 2:30, it's Game Changer Wrestling versus Tokyo Joshi Pro. 2:30 on Saturday. What are the matches? Don't know, but guess what? We're doing it. It's GCW versus Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Hell yeah.
Then expect the unexpected. Unlock the unexpected.
Oh, wow.
ETU versus Dragon Gate. I wasn't
expecting that.
ETU versus Dragon Gate. I don't know much about ETU. I guess they're just a regular indie, but they're doing a crossover show with Dragon Gate at 4 o'clock.
Very nice.
On Saturday. Then WrestleMania 40 at 6:30. That's we're about at the end of any real match. They've built a lot of matches, but they have not set a lot of matches of what day they're going to be on.
I see.
What is confirmed though is night 1 main event: The Rock and Roman Reigns, the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. If Cody wins, the Bloodline is banned from the main event of night 2. Whereas if the Bloodline wins, night 2's main event is under Bloodline rules.
Gee, I wonder who's going to win.
Who could say? Other matches of the WrestleMania so far: Io Sky versus Bayley for the women's title. Damage Control is gone. Well, it's not gone. It's that Bayley is no longer in Damage Control.
They gave her the Edge treatment.
They did.
With Judgment Day.
The Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. It's all about Becky wanting to prove that she still can hang at the top.
Indeed.
Versus the new hotness of Rhea Ripley of the current generation. The World Heavyweight Championship: Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Drew has turned heel on the back of, being a good guy hasn't helped me.
Yeah.
So why should I not break the rules to get ahead? And he also is hating CM Punk with all of his life.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong here. Drew McIntyre is a great guy. It is funny to me that they're facing off because, when I first started getting into wrestling, in terms of modern WWE guys, I always got Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre mixed up. And they both got the long hair and the beard. It's kind of similar looks. So it's just me watching is like, oh fuck, which one is which? Oh god.
Then for the Intercontinental Championship, Gunther, the ring general, Gunther versus Sami Zayn. A lot of people are unhappy it was not Chad Gable. Fuck you.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Which means Gunther's probably winning. A lot of people
really?
are like Gunther. Yeah, a lot of people think Sammy's not going to getting that belt again.
Boo.
So it's like whatever. LA Knight, versus AJ Styles,
AJ Styles, who out of nowhere became Hater of the Year. Holy shit.
Hater of the Year, also did a lot of steroids.
Oh my god.
He's so big now.
Big, McLarge, huge AJ Styles.
Yeah. It's the battle of the Usos.
Oh, it's just me, Uso.
It's Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Holy shit.
And then a 6-pack ladder match for the Tag Team Championships. The Judgment Day against, so far, DIY, Gargano and Ciampa, the Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, and the New Day. And then, at 11:59, is the Joey Janela Spring Break Clusterfuck Forever.
So we have 2 Joey Janela Spring Breaks going.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What I assume is the main event. The 88-man clusterfuck match with 2 announced participants so far. The American Giant, Buck Bresner, and Dink the Clown.
Outstanding.
This is going to be nuts. But don't worry, there is more. In the GCW, for the GCW Tag Team Championships, in a Punjabi prison match where the goal is to escape 2 cages. You have to escape a cage and then escape another cage.
Outstanding. How innovative.
Violence is Forever versus the Fatus versus the Bollywood Boys versus Los Macizos.
Yes, that's going to be crazy.
For sure. Then on Sunday, it's pretty much just WrestleMania Night 2.
Night 2.
So far we know that we got the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the
copyright next to Roman Reigns' name.
Yeah, that means they're the champ.
That's not okay. That makes a lot more sense.
The Uwu title. God, can Roman lose?
Please, fucking God.
Please lose.
I would like to think they're not gonna fumble this ball.
No, I gotta tell you, it would be so funny if they did.
It would be. Oh my God, I would laugh my ass off. Have you considered
how funny it would be?
I would laugh.
After I've had to hear WWE fans defend Cody losing at 39, and saying how look at how it's been made so much bigger this year. Disagree, but that's still your.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
That WWE at least managed to not fumble Cody despite fucking up at 39.
Yeah.
That they can still have everything with a win at 40. Which is why it would be so funny.
It would be so fucking
if they made Cody wait another year.
Or just said fuck you, actually.
Never. I feel like they would kill all of their current momentum if they let this Cody thing fuck up.
Bro, like, and the worst part is, I can see the fans fucking still huffing copium about it if he loses. Now, I highly
the talking point is, what about Hogan's record, which is a stupid way to talk about it, because that's not a real thing.
What the shit?
The record in question is Hogan is the longest reigning champion of the modern WrestleMania televised era of WWE. He is, like, at best the 5th longest champion of all time. There is no record with Hogan.
Yeah.
It is a milestone, but it's not a record.
Correct.
You know, it's not as if Roman is being the best of any. Like, the record is San Martino.
Yeah.
That's it.
And no, oh God, if they pushed Roman to beat San Martino, I would just die.
WWE would die before they got that close.
Oh my God.
Whatever. Roman and Cody, please finish the goddamn story.
Fucking hell. Please, God, I want to believe.
Rollins defending against McIntyre. I think I talked about that. And then Logan Paul is defending the U.S. title against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens.
That's a hell of a lineup.
Logan Paul's probably winning.
That is really funny.
So that is WrestleMania weekend.
Wow, 20 minutes later. God damn.
I tried to be as quick as I could.
No, that was awesome.
There's only so much I can do.
I appreciate this tradition we've started of just going balls to the wall for Mania weekend. Holy shit. So yeah, be sure to check as much of that out as you want to, as you possibly can. And check out our coverage of it as well. We were talking about the Twitter, if you do want to follow us as we talk about all that shit, if you enjoy listening to us ramble about wrestling for hours on end, you'll like it over on the Twitter. So be sure to join us for all of that. At Noobs and Knox Pod on Twitter. Of course, if you want to get in more direct and long form contact with us, you can do that at our email address, noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. That's noobs, the word and, knockoutspod@gmail.com. Come say hi to us there. Tell us what you think about the show. Request things you want to see us cover on the show. Tell us what you think of our hot takes. If they're based in red pill, they're fucking stupid. Either way, start discourse with us. Say hi. We love people saying hi. We would love to say hi back. noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. And of course, finally, if you want to financially support the show, you can do so over on the Patreon. We are also the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast on Patreon. Link for that is in our Twitter. $1 a month gives you early access to episodes and a shout out at the end of each episode. Shout out to friends of the show, the Sugar Daddy, El Lucha Dead, Money, and new patron. Fucking hate you, Bianchi. Dick the Cock Johnson.
No, you don't gotta say it like that.
I do gotta say it like that. He wrote it like that. I have to say it like that. Dick the Cock. At least he didn't make us emphasize the Johnson, okay? I swear to God, we're not a Deadlock ripoff. Thank you all so much for your support of the show. We hope you guys enjoy your perks. You guys are awesome. If you want to enjoy your perks along with our friends here, you can do so over on our Patreon. Just a single little $1 due a month helps out the show far more than you can ever know. It's tremendous. It really does do a lot for us. Goes a long way, and you get some neat little perks out of it. And hey, more people sign up. Maybe we had more perks to it. Right? Just a thought. So come join the party over on the Patreon. Just a single $1 a month. All that good stuff. Once again, the link for that is in our Twitter.
See y'all next time.
Hasta luego.